Get ready to match the stars. Dick Gautier, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Joanne Fluke, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 77. And now here's the star of Match Game 77, Gene Rayburn.
What'd you do, John? Now, wait a minute. I don't understand what's going on out there, John.
The real you, Gene.
It's the real me. Listen, you're a very enthusiastic bunch. We appreciate it. But not too much screaming because it'll hurt his eardrums, right?
Right.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Very fine, darling. How are you?
Splendid, splendid.
Good.
Nice to see you again there.
Thanks a lot.
Got it. What?
For the short trip. Nice to see you. On to the next pretty lady. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my...
Well, be still my heart.
Now listen.
I knew the new hairdo would work.
I got to read a letter to you here that came in from the Illinois Lung Association. It says, Dear Mr. Rayburn, those of us who know how hard it is to quit smoking are very proud of Brett Summers and wish her continued success in her endeavor. We will be proud to have you present her with her I Did It button. Thank you for an enjoyable show. And there it is, your I Did It button. Congratulations.
And somebody sent me
Oh,
that.
you got the IQ, too. All right, now let's say hello to Vicki Brown and Lieutenant Colonel Ron Richardson over here. How are you, Vicki? Now, Vicki's our current champ. She just won one game. She has $100 to her credit, and she's being challenged here by Colonel Richardson, who's had his first round question and encountered the usual difficulty, because first rounders are tough, and yours will be along in a moment or so, Vicki. But first, we want to do a little business with you. Here we go. Middle of round one. Now, Vicki, this is all yours. Listen carefully. This is how this one goes. New York City is a weird place. A little slow, aren't they?
They're escapees from Camarillo, I've decided.
New York City is a weird place. As King Kong was walking down Broadway, he was approached by the world's largest blank.
Who was walking down Broadway, sweetness? All right, now stop that. We're going to have to clear the room.
As King Kong was walking down Broadway, he was approached by the world's largest blank.
Oh, very clever. Oh, King Kong was walking down.
King Kong, he's very big. Walking down Broadway. You've been on Broadway.
Sure.
I know, she's been on Broadway many times.
It's going to go all week, right?
No. How have you been, Ulrich?
Terrific. Do you
Good.
know that?
Very well, thank you. You look dandy. What's her name? Who?
I could read that far.
Are you ready, Vicki? Here it is. New York City is a weird place. As King Kong was walking down Broadway, he was approached by the world's largest blank.
Mugger.
Mugger is a good one. That's not bad. She came up with a pretty good answer.
Vicky, that is a heck of a cute answer. Unfortunately, I said the same thing, Mugger.
Mugger!
Yeah.
One for Vicki. Looking for, are you the muggy or the muggor?
They're so terrific. They've cleared out my ears and my sinuses. I said he was approached by the world's largest building.
Really rotten.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, folks.
Richard says to take the button back. What do you say?
Banana.
Banana. Nothing wrong with that, is there? What do you say, Joanne?
I
Nothing wrong?
loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
As King Kong walking down Broadway, he's approached by the world's largest, ta-da!
Chiquita banana, and she's here to stay.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's, you know, that's what he eats. That's his main diet.
Buildings and bananas.
You did that. Mugger. So you got two, Vicky.
Hello, darling.
Looking
Yes.
for
I
Mugger.
understand. You know, Brett was so thrilled with that I did it button. I don't know why. She's got about 5 million at home, but it wasn't for quitting smoking. I said banana.
You rascal. So, Vicky, you picked up two there. We go to round two now and ask the Colonel to make a selection.
I think I'll try A.
You want A?
I do.
Anything you say. Ready for Dick? You do not play.
No, we all play.
Oh, everybody plays. Turn the lights off a little quicker there. Let's get on the ball. Okay? Ready. The doctor said to Dumb Dora, I don't care what you say, you can't get blank from playing leapfrog. The doctor said to Dumb Dora, I don't care what you say, you can't get blank from playing leapfrog.
Oh, God, it took just a minute.
Okay.
I like that question.
Yeah, that's a good one. Two good possibilities, maybe more. Two that I can think of. Colonel, the doctor said to Dumb Dora, I don't care what you say, you can't get blank from playing leapfrog.
Pregnant?
Pregnant is one.
Amazing.
No?
I'm sorry, I went with the obvious thing, which is warts.
Warts.
You can't get warts.
Well, those are the two really good answers, pregnant and warts there.
Well, let's go home then.
Okay. What do you say?
Well, I thought we had the definitive answer. Wart.
Warts. Yeah. Okay,
But pregnant
Charles.
is cute.
Cute.
I answered with the correct answer, but I chose to use a French, in French.
Ensemble. Yes, indeed. There's one. Okay, Colonel, you picked up one there. That means pregnant in French. There. He misspelled it wrong. It's E-N-C-E-I-N-T.
I didn't try to spell it right.
Oh, okay,
I
Charles.
don't have an I do it button.
Yes.
I
What do
did.
you say?
I put the quite the same obvious thing, which was warts.
Wart. All right.
Aw.
Richard?
Wart.
Now you got to match Fanny to stay in the game, Colonel. What do you got,
No,
Fanny?
I'm sorry, warts.
Wart. So that means Vicky wins the game. Congratulations. Here we go again. You know where to stand. You know, there were two really good answers.
And
Yours was terrific. Theirs was also terrific.
They were.
But never the twain did meet, did they?
I guess not.
Now listen, we've got some prizes for you, and I hope you're going to enjoy them. And the best of luck to you, Colonel Ron Richardson.
Thank you.
Goodbye. While we're spinning him off, we'll spin these messages for you. Come back. Here we are. Vicki Brown is up here for the second time. She didn't get the $5,000 the first time, but we hope she gets it this time, don't we?
Yes.
Well, good luck to you. We polled a recent studio audience, Vicki, and we got their best response to this. Proof blank. Now, the answer that group of people gave most frequently will get you $500 if you match it. If you match their second most popular response, you get $250. And then for matching the third, you get $100. And some of our celebrities will give you some good suggested answers here.
Okay, Richard.
Proof of the pudding.
Proof of the pudding is one.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Dick
Proof positive.
Proof positive. You got two now.
and Fanny. Proof said a little, huh? No, I think I should say proof. Oh, doctor! No, I think I should say proofread. actually.
Proofread. You think Came to you right out of the blue, didn't
Yes,
it?
and injured me, I might add.
Yes. Okay, hit her right in the blank. Now, what do you say? Do you want proof positive, proof of the pudding, or proofread?
Proofread.
You want proofread? Now, wait a minute. When she said proofread, you went, oh, yeah. And then when she says proofread, you says,
I think they were
What the
just
heck's wrong with
thrilled
you?
that I came up with anything.
Proofread. That's what we want. Now, we hope it's up there. Because you cheered her on to select proofread. It's going to be your fault if she doesn't get the money. May we see the $100 response? Proof of purchase. We want proofread. Slide the $250 number, Earl. Yes, you got it. Congratulations. Better than nothing. What do you think's up on top? What was your first instinct?
Proof of purchase.
Proof of purchase? Okay, Earl, show and tell. Proof positive. That's
Proof of the pudding wasn't there.
yes, that was Richard's answer, and it's a good one. Proof positive. Now you're going to play for 10 times that amount, or $2,500. And you match one celebrity, and you get the money.
Richard.
Okay, Rich, get ready to write. Here we go. No help now. We appreciate your enthusiasm, but if you sing out an answer, it may be a rotten answer, and then you'll blow the whole thing, and she won't get the money, and she'll mug you in the parking lot later after the show. Blank, Alaska. Blank, Alaska. Okay, he's finished. Now you think about it. Give us the same answer that he's written on the card, and we give you the $2,500.
Okay.
Blank, Alaska.
Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska. Ordinarily, there is more than one good response to a question like this. I couldn't think of anything else other than baked Alaska. Perhaps you did.
I did. I said Nome, Alaska.
Nome, Alaska. Nome, Alaska. That's
First
not
thing
bad.
that hit me, you know.
What?
It was the first thing that hit me.
First
in
thing that
this-
hits you, and you wrote, well, that's the way to play this game. Trust your first instinct. Listen, he's been right 98% of the time, so what the heck. Vicky, you picked up a little more money. You now have $450, and you'll meet another player right now. Here comes Nadia Pigeon. Hello there. There you go. We welcome you. And we and the panel and the people assembled here would like to find out who you are, where you're from, anything you want to tell us about Nadja.
Okay. I'm originally from Casablanca.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful 12-year-old daughter called Sabrina. I cut children's hair, and I play tennis. That's about it.
Right. The bottle slipped, didn't it? Okay, Nadja. You're a very attractive lady. Now, if you were from Casablanca, that makes you a Casablancan, huh?
Casablancaise.
A Casablancaise. You mean you speak other languages other than English, don't you?
Yes.
Like
yes.
what?
I speak French and Spanish
Yeah.
and Arabic and Hebrew.
Oh, boy. She's a very well-rounded lady, isn't she?
Certainly is.
Yeah. And she talks a lot of languages, too, doesn't she? All right. Now, Nadja, you may have A or B here.
I'll have A, please.
A it is. New game here. Everybody plays. Sheila said, my boyfriend, Dumb Donald, is so dumb. How dumb is he? You're getting better. I had to draw him a map so he could find my blank. That's how dumb he was. My boyfriend, Dumb Donald, is so dumb, I had to draw him a blank so he could find my... Draw him a map so he could find my blank. Oh, yes. Good. Very good. Remember, the first round questions are a little more difficult, and they're kind of wide open, so Nadja, here it is. Sheila said, my boyfriend, Dumb Donald... Tough for you, my dear. All right, Sam. All right, Sam. Dumb Donald, my boyfriend Dumb Donald is so dumb I had to draw him a map so he could find my...
Boobs.
Well, that's the way it is in Casablanca, eh?
Yes, it is, Rocco.
What do you say to that?
Well, I would like to respond in her own language.
Yes.
Le destin m'y in vrai pour torchacure ne pas pour l'honneur, which means bed. Sorry.
That is good. there's some very good, interesting answers to this question.
You think that's interesting?
That's a very good one. What do you say?
Well, I didn't go for it. I said mouthies.
Mouthy, lips or mouth. Hers is good, yours is good, his is good. Charles, you no doubt have a good one.
Not necessarily.
I said mouth in the American simple way without the E's.
Okay. Sheila said my boyfriend, Dumb Donald, was so dumb I had to draw him a map so he could find my boobs, is what she said. What do you say to that? You didn't say that? You didn't say that.
I said lips.
Lips. That's another good response. Yep. And Richard.
I was wondering if that map's for sale. I unfortunately said lips.
Oh. Okay, Fanny.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I said mouth.
Mouth and lips came up more frequently than any of the others, and that would have been a very productive answer for you. Well, we'll see how it goes with her first round question after we see about this. Upward and onwards. Are you ready, Vicky? Here we go. This is a first round question for her in this new game. Ugly Edna is so ugly. Oh, yeah, I tried to sneak that one past you, but you jumped right on it, didn't you? Ugly Edna is so ugly, once she stood on her front lawn naked, and the neighbors thought she was a blank. I must say the questions are pretty good today. That's a good one.
They must have some new writers.
Goody, goody, goody. Oh, hey, listen, are you finished?
Hello,
Oh.
darling. Ah, yes. Yes.
Very good.
While you're doing your
That's what
answer,
I had.
I just want to
Very
say
good.
that at this very moment, I mean these days, these evenings, she is appearing in a play
Yes.
He's in Atlanta.
in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes,
That's my
thank
hometown.
you.
That's your hometown?
Yes, we're all
What's the
gonna
name of the
come out
theater
and see
there?
it.
It's the Alliance Theater, and I opened last night to excellent reviews. And it's called Come Back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean. Please come
Isn't that
see
a
it.
marvelous title? Come back
Terrific.
to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean. Who wrote that?
Ed Gracie.
It's a new play?
Brand new play, yes.
You used to
In
date
your
Jimmy
dreams?
Dean?
She did the
Oh.
real.
Weird.
The real.
Oh, I
He-
wish I had.
He went for older men. Women, I beg your pardon.
Charles.
Charles?
Charles said that. It was me.
Well, all this conversation, I'm trying to concentrate on the basic game.
Charles, what we're doing is trying to cover for your
What I'm
slowness.
trying to do is get more.
He's
talent.
wearing socks today.
All right, we're going to start without you, Charles. All right, Vicky, here we go.
Those are his
No,
angles.
he hasn't finished. I'm sorry.
Now he's finished.
It
Ugly Edna is
stinks,
so
but I'm
ugly.
under pressure.
Once she stood on her front lawn naked, and the neighbors thought she was a blank.
A tree?
A tree is okay. Simple, straightforward, direct answer. She said a tree. Nothing wrong with that, Dick, right?
There's nothing wrong with it as long as you don't have to be married to her. I said a bush. That's close. Match.
You know, he wrote bush and drew a tree.
Wait a minute. I drew a tree.
Yeah.
A bush is a small tree.
Right. Brett?
I don't care what the response to this answer is. I'm crazy about it. She looked like a lawnmower.
That's good. Very good. Very creative answer. She took creative writing 1, 2, 3.
A garbage shed.
A garbage shed.
It's as good as 1 and 2, or A and B.
That's right.
Or Miss I Do'd it.
Yes, I have to agree with you. Ugly Edna so ugly, once she stood in her front lawn naked, neighbors thought she was a
Couldn't you see it like
Yeah.
this? She
Show
was
it.
a tree.
tree. Good.
Brilliant answer, I thought. Brilliant, Vicky.
Yes.
Even worse, a barren tree.
A barren tree. So that's 2 for Vicky.
Unable to bear fruit.
Okay.
Well, I've spent some time in Italian neighborhoods, so the first thing I thought of was a pink flamingo bird bath.
Pink flamingo bird bath. That's beautiful.
We're gonna
So
get
there we are at the end of round
letters.
1. We go to round 2 now.
go right to the
and
obvious
ask Nadja to make her selection.
B, please.
B it is. Here we go. Everybody plays because Nadja didn't match anybody in the first round. At the home.
At the home?
At the home.
Yes.
As old man Periwinkle wheeled through the door, he said, I'm sorry I'm late, folks, but it's the fault of my wheelchair. You can't hear me, can you?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can.
It's the fault of my wheelchair. You see, on the way over, I had a blank.
Got it.
It's the fault of my wheelchair. On the way over, I had a blank. That's why I'm late. That's what old man Periwinkle said.
Oh, very clever.
Very good. Terrific.
Just clicking.
Cute.
Right. Okay.
Pictures and everything.
Now just think about it now. At the home as old man Periwinkle wheeled through the door, he said, I'm sorry I'm late, folks, but it's the fault of my wheelchair. You see, on the way over, I had a blank.
A flat tire.
Flat tire's a good answer. She got the idea. What do you say?
I think it's the same thing, a blowout.
Blowout is a flat tire indeed. Okay, Brett?
What party? But Fanny always is at parties. A flat tire.
A flat tire. Hello, Chuck.
What's behind Brett's I do it pin? Flat.
Flat. On the way over, I had a flat tire. What do you say to that, Joanne?
Quite picturesque.
Yes.
And even so,
A flat tire. You're batting 1,000. Richard?
Flat tire.
That's another one. 5 for her. Let's see if you make it 6. 6. She got them all. Wow. Okay, you got some work cut out for you, but now this for you. Join us next time for Match Game 77. I'm Gene Rayburn. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 77, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This program was edited for broadcast. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations. This is Match Game 74, production number 0248, and it's take one. Get ready to match the stars. Maury Amsterdam, Brett Summers, George Kirby, Joanne Fluke, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 74. And now, here's the host of Match Game 74, Gene Rayburn.
Hello there. Thank you, Johnny Olson. Thank you. I love your silk.
What a wild lining.
No, is that not too bad? That's not too bad at all.
Hey.
That's enough. You can stop.
Her hands fell asleep.
I don't want to mention any names, but there are 2 people on this show wearing wigs. Hey, listen, there is something I must say, though. Beginning today and continuing for 5 days, I am going to be the host on Tattletales, a show that follows this show. And I'm very happy about that. And the reason I'm doing it is Ann Convey, Bert Convey's wife, that's his show, you see, she had a temper tantrum. She says, I want to be on that show. And the only way she could do it is if he were on the show. So they had to have somebody to do the hosting job, and I'm going to do the host so that Ann Convey doesn't have a temper tantrum. Rose Carter and Ella Loretta. Hello there, ladies. How are you today, Rose?
Thank you.
Rose is a current champion with $200, and she's being challenged by Ellen, who's had her first and second round questions, and she has a total of 3 matches to her credit. And your second round question will come up in a moment or so, right after we do a little bit of business with you. All right, here we go. Push the button here and reveal a question for Rose Carter. You need 3 to tie and 4 to win. Everybody plays. Colonel Sanders has been around chickens for so long, he's begun to blank like one. What I said, Rose, was Colonel Sanders has been around chickens for so long, he's begun to blank like one. You think about that for a second while they're finished. Brett, George,
Finished already.
you're finished. Good for you.
Finished, yeah. They say I'm
You've been
broken,
around Colonel
finished.
Sanders a long time, too, or chickens.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Brett, what are you doing? When you wear that wig, you just can't think straight, can you?
Honey, it shrivels my brain.
That's what it does.
Colonel Sanders been around chickens so long, when he sees an egg, he lays down on it.
Now we need
You just laid down on that one.
Colonel Sanders has been around chickens for so long, he's begun to blank like one.
Look like one.
He's begun to look like one. Some people say oh, and some people are
Say
applauding.
yay.
Yeah, some say yay and some say nay. What do you say?
Well, I haven't seen too many chickens with a mustache and a beard. So I think he began to cluck like one.
Cluck like a chicken. Brett, what did you finally think of?
You didn't know I could do imitations.
No, do.
I'm a regular Jonathan Winters. I said talk.
Yes.
I'm
You do
sorry.
imitations, George? Cluck like a chicken. Uh-oh. Gotta match everybody else to stay in the game, Rose. Let's see what happens here. Go, Joanne.
Everyone knows
Look.
that chickens have beards.
All right, there's one for you. He's been around chickens for so long, he's gonna look like one is her answer. What's yours?
Of course, it's my answer as well.
Look like one there.
Don't blow it, Betty.
All right, it's all up to Betty White now.
Oh, it's such a fun position
A win
to
or a
be
lose
in.
or a tie there.
Oh, he's beginning to crow like a...
Close. Ellen wins the game. Come on down, Ellen. Congratulations. That's $100 for you. Now you stand by for a moment or so. We've got to say goodbye to Rose Carter, but she's not going to leave empty-handed. She's got $200 in her account, and we thank you for being with us.
Thank you. I had lots of fun.
Good. Goodbye, Rose. Brett, you didn't wave to Rose. She's gone, Brett. Too late. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, well, you know that you're going to have a go at over $5,000 here in the Big Money Super Match. We polled a recent studio audience, Ellen, and we got their best response to this. Run for blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the next one, it's $250 for you. And if you match a third, it's $100 for you. You do have green eyes. And the 3 celebrities are allowed to help. Which ones would you like a little help from?
Richard, please.
Richard, please. What do you say, Richard?
Run for your life.
Run for your life. Okay, one more.
Betty.
Betty White,
Run for the money.
run for the money. Isn't that one for the money?
Run for the money.
Run for the money and
you
2 for
talk
the show.
funny.
Okay.
One for the
That's
money,
a Chinese
two for the
saying,
show.
isn't
No,
it?
you give him
run
a
for
good
the
run
money.
for his money.
Run for the.
You
All
give
right.
him
No,
a-
that's right.
That's
I'm only
right.
kidding.
The bank could be in trouble, you're right.
And George.
George Kirby, have you got a response to that? Run for.
For good.
Run for good?
How about run for president?
No, it's George we're
Oh, pardon
looking
me.
for a
I'm
response.
sorry. I was just trying to help you.
Well, run for
George.
good, I guess that's all that comes to his mind. Run for good, run for your life, run for your money, and you may choose one of those or give us one of your own. Ellen, what would you like to do?
Well, I thought I'd run for your life right away, so.
Run for your life, okay? That's what we're looking for. Let's find out if it's up there, and if so, where. First, may we see the $100 response? Run for cover. Now you tell us. Looking for run for your, what is it? Run for your life.
I knew
May
you
we
could do
see the $250 response. Run for the money. Yeah.
3 to get
Run
ready.
for and 4 to go. Okay, go ahead. Here's your last chance, Ellen. Run for your life. The $500 response. There it is! Congratulations! Very good, Richard. Okay. Now, Ellen, you've got the $500. We congratulate you, and that means you're going to play for 10 times that amount now, or $5,000. And to collect that, you've got to match one celebrity, and this will have to be an exact match. Choose one now, if you please.
Well, I have to go with Richard.
You have to go with Richard.
Pretty
Okay.
stingy. I won her $500. I didn't even get a hug. Surprise. Later. Mexico City.
It's my show. What do I... No, nothing. I'm only kidding.
I'll see if she has a friend.
Here's the $5,000 question.
Okay.
Blank top. Blank top. T-O-P. Having a little trouble. Have we got enough music? Hard one. Okay, he's finished. Now, Ellen, we need a response from you that you think will match his answer. How do you fill in that blank? Blank top.
I hope he drinks a lot of soft drinks. Pop top.
Pop top. That's the thing that you pop off of the aluminum can or whatever it is there. All right, for $5,000, may we see your answer?
Mine's just as bad as yours, Donald. I could flat top.
Flat
That's all
top.
I could think of.
What would you have said?
Big top, right?
Big top
Big
and
top,
pop
right?
top was there.
Big top.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Well, in that case, you go to Mexico City. I
No
don't care.
anarchy. No
I'm sorry,
anarchy. I
Donald.
just asked what your opinion was.
Got very hostile there, didn't it?
She's up to, that's right, she's up to $600, which ain't bad, and she's going to play another game, which ain't bad either. And we'll start that game right after we have this message. Okay. I tell you, we can't come on the air like that with applause, and it's going to lay an egg here in the studio, but for the benefit of the millions of you at home, Maury got to tell you what Maury just said.
Well, I just written a book.
Yes.
Yeah, I said
Maury's
I have a
written
new
a book.
cookbook on the
What is it
market for
called?
drunks. Funny you should ask. It's called Betty Cooker's Crock Book.
Thanks for your help, audience. You're a grand bunch. Now we're going to start another game. To do that, we've got to introduce a player with a great deal of pleasure. We present Kathy Miholovich. Hello, Kathy. So you're Kathy Miholovich. Holy mackerel.
Reminds me I must get Parker House rolls for breakfast.
Kathy, you're a very pretty lady, and don't pay any attention to them. Just pay attention to me, will you? No, Miholovich is a Slavic name, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You speak Serbo-Croatian?
A little.
A little bit? Were your parents born there or here?
No, here.
They were born here, but your grandparents were born there.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to say Dobar dan? You know what that means?
Dobro palo kako si ti.
Oh, that's very good, you see.
That translation is, can you tell me where the men's room
No,
is?
no, no. She says, I am very well, thank you. How are you? Dobro hvala lijepa kako si ti is what she said there.
Oh, really?
And she said it very well, and she's got a good
tell
accent.
her, come
too.
see, come sa.
No.
Yakshimash.
No. I'll push the button here, and we'll begin. If you're ready, Kathy, good luck to both ladies. Here is our first round questions, and we ask the challenger to make a selection.
I'll try A.
A is what she wants. Oh, hey, listen, here's a question, friends.
A query, yes.
It's about All in the Family. Now, you all know that George is one of the world's great mimics and mimes. And George, we all know that you do an impression of Archie and Edith. So I think... Yeah, well, no, he does them both, not at the same time. But why
Careful,
don't you...
darling, your cord is catching.
Yes. Why don't you do this? You know, there's a little narrative there that I'll give you a chance to look it over for a second. And you play both Archie and Edith as you do in your act there. Would you leave him alone while he's looking it over?
I'm trying to help him through osmosis.
You ready? Are you ready, George? Okay, you're on, George.
As Edith Bunker started to kiss Archie, she said, "Oh, Archie, you've got a ring around the collar." And Archie said, "Listen, you dingbat, I may have a ring around the collar, but you've got blank."
That's it. Says, "Oh, Archie, you've got ring around the collar." Archie said, "Listen, you dingbat, I may have ring around the collar, but you've got blank." Everybody plays. You've got... Well, come on now, this is such an obvious, easy one.
I don't watch that show.
Well, just from the situation, you don't have to watch a show. You know who Edith Bunker is, and you know who Archie is. She says,
Who are they?
You got Ring Around the Collar, and Archie said, listen, you dingbat, I may have Ring Around the Collar, but you've got...
Da-da-da.
I don't know. I'm just playing around here. This guy.
All right. All set? George, did you write one?
Not yet.
Not yet? Shall I read? Would you like to read it again?
Be gentle with it.
What would, come on now, put it down there, what Archie would say to Edith. Eat it, as he says. Eat it! Is what, yeah. The H is silent.
I think I have psoriasis.
Be gentle with George. He's going through osmosis.
Okay, he's ready now, so we call on Kathy. As Edith Bunker started to kiss Archie, she said, oh, Archie, you've got Ring Around the Collar. And Archie said, listen, you dingbat, I may have Ring Around the Collar, but you've got...
Bad breath.
That's the answer. Well, that's a terrific answer there. I thought everybody would say that. But Maury, what did you say?
No, I didn't think so. I think, despite the fact he calls her dingbat, he's still kind of nice to her when it comes to being... He just says, you've got a ring around your nose.
Ring around your nose. You had to say that, huh?
Why not?
Okay.
Good day for it.
Anybody
Brett,
got an
what did you
eraser?
say?
That's a real winner, isn't it?
It is.
I wish I could top it.
You can't bottom it.
What did you say?
But you can't.
I said you've got no brains.
No brains. That's what I
I hated that question.
Oh, it was a good
George,
question.
she topped it.
Would you believe it? That's what I figured that he would say. See, I mean, I ring around the corner. I mean, you got no brains.
No brains.
Thank you, George.
Well, Bad Brett, I think is a good answer there. What do you say there, lady?
Obviously, they have no brains, and I do because I said bad breath like
There's one for Kathy. Okay. What did you say, Richard?
Well, Archie, I agree with him. No brains, but he would put it that eloquently. He'd say, you got nothing upstairs.
That's the way he'd say it, too.
Rascal.
Bad breath is the answer she's looking for. What do you say, lady?
I don't like, in deference to my friend Miss Summers, I don't like to say bad breath.
Oh.
I think Brett is very good. As a matter of fact, you have Tattletale Gray.
Tattletale Gray. Okay, so you scored one match there, Kathy, and your first round question comes up in a moment or so. But right now, friends, we've got to pause for this message of interest. Okay, your first round question reads as follows.
I'm terribly sorry.
Camille.
Well, I was in the terminal row up here this
I know.
last week with Ron Adams running a fever and Charles Nelson Riley dying of pneumonia or whatever it is he has.
Poor Charles is a little bit under the weather. That's why he's not with us, and we're delighted to have whoever we have with us here today. And
She
Charles
doesn't
will be
get
back
any-
next time.
She doesn't get anything personally. She's just a carrier. I've been sneezing since I sat down to her.
Shall we get on with it, folks?
Yes.
All right. Would you like to have a go at this? Henry Kissinger's wife called him at work and asked him to bring blank home for dinner. Henry Kissinger's wife called him at work and asked him to bring blank home for dinner. Go. Do not look into my pretty brown eyes. Write something on the write something on the
many
card.
ways to go.
Really?
Well, I do.
Doesn't it give you a lot of faith
Good.
when the Secretary of State has a temper fit on the air?
Yes. Temper. All right, George, we're waiting for you up there. Just trust your first instinct, George, and that'll be okay. There we go. Now we'll call on Ellen. Henry Kissinger's wife called him at work and asked him to bring blank home for dinner.
Nixon.
Mr. Nixon. Okay? She says, bring him home. We'll carve him up. No, she didn't say that. All right, Maury, may we hear your
The
response?
reason why she says bring him home because he likes kosher food.
Oh.
That's why I said.
Oh, there's one. Okay. Brett,
I didn't say Nixon.
you didn't say Nixon.
I said Dick. We're very friendly.
Oh, I see. Okay. George?
I'm very sorry, but I didn't have that one.
You didn't have that one?
And I didn't think that joke was very funny about cutting me up. They wanted me to bring home some Chinese food.
Some Chinese food. Okay. Okay, George. Joanne,
I can't top that.
bring blank home for dinner.
Well, I thought that he'd like to have Golda Meir home for dinner.
Sure.
She's very
That's
entertaining.
good. No, that's
Well, thank
okay.
you.
Yeah, very good answer. Richard?
Bring Mr. Nixon home for dinner. I think she'd find him very hard to swallow. But what is Henry Kissinger? He is the Secretary of State. That's good, Richard. Thank you, George.
All right.
That
now we
goes
go
with
from-
ring around your nose.
Now we go from left field over to Betty White. There.
Mrs. Kissinger must be some cut up. She said Nixon.
Nixon. Okay. So that's 3-1 the score now at the end of round one. Let's go to round two and ask Kathy to make a selection.
A.
Hey, listen, you know, I was so enchanted to see this pretty lady when she came out here. I forgot to
bet
ask
you
her the
were.
story of her life. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Kathy, where you live and all that?
Well, I'm from Montebello, and I'm an executive secretary, and I love to travel. In fact, I just got back from a vacation in Mazatlan where I caught my first marlin, 168 pounds.
Where did you go to
All by
catch that?
myself.
Where?
Mazatlan, Mexico.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Deep sea fishing. 168.
168 pounds? What'd you do with it?
I'm going to have it mounted.
Really?
Are just
Holding
People
hands?
won't believe me. They won't believe it until they see it.
That's really terrific. I think that's marvelous. Okay. Go on.
Are you married, Kathy?
Single.
You're single?
She's single.
Yes. Oh, right
Just a second.
No, none of that on this show. This is not the date.
I'm going to talk about marlin with you a little later.
Okay.
We'll do some tuna fishing.
Here we go. When Big Rocco...
That's enough for me.
No. When Big Rocco saw the terrible room the hotel gave him, he threw the blank out the window. When Big Rocco saw the terrible room the hotel gave him, he threw the blank out the window. You're the only one who doesn't play, right?
I know.
Yeah, right.
Matched.
Okay. You matched it in the first round. Big Rocco, you see, when he saw the terrible
I have
room...
two or three answers
Okay.
in mind, so I just...
Oh, there's one terrific one.
There's one terrific one. It's
One
easy
terrific
for-
one.
It's easy for you to say. You're not up here under pressure.
Making a fool of yourself.
Okay, Kathy, when Big Rocco saw the terrible room the hotel gave him, he threw the blank out the window.
The bed.
The bed? That's not the terrific answer I had in mind. But now that I hear it, I guess it's not too bad.
There
No?
was no bed. That's why he got mad.
Oh,
He picked a bellboy up and threw him out
that's
the
the
window.
answer I had, the bellboy. Bellboy. Brett?
I was torn between bellhop and manager, so I put bellhop, but I guess I should have put bed.
Oh. Okay, George.
Well, if he's big and bad like I think he is, he's gonna throw the bed out the window.
Throw the bed out the window. Okay. Throw the bed out the window. What do you say,
You know,
Richard?
a pretty girl like that single.
Yeah.
Like a yo-yo, I wrote bellboy. Will you ever forgive me? Will you?
Yes.
Don't just leave me here. Tell me, will you forgive me?
No, she will not
I'll
forgive
learn
you.
Slavic or whatever language it is. We'll go marlin
Well, that's
fishing.
enough there.
You attend to your business, I'll attend to mine.
Show us your card,
I
would you
don't
please?
want to because I am bellhop. I don't want to do that.
So, Ellen Loretta wins the game. Congratulations. That's another $100 for you. Well, Kathy, I'm sorry to see you go. We have a gift for you, together with our thanks, and as we say in Serbo-Croatian, Zbogom. Well, that means God be with you. Thank you. Kathy Miholovic. We'll be back in a moment, right after this message. We're going to get this whole bunch together again at some soon date and do it all over. Gene Rayburn for Match Game 74. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 74. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations. Match the Stars, Scully Mitchell, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, from Mr. Merlin, Elaine Joyce, McLean Stevenson, and Betty White, as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game. And now, here's the star of Match Game, Gene Rayburn.
Hello there. Thank you, John. Yes, of course. Good bunch out there. We're going to have a good show because I got a feeling the stars are feeling kind of perky today. Are you feeling perky?
Sure, dear.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
yeah, you can't look at Betty. She's just
Really?
so thrilled.
Oh, Betty, is there something I can do to perk you up?
Yes.
Oh, you now have a strep throat.
Oh, wonderful.
Someone,
maybe
persons or
telepathy.
persons unknown, leaves a sign back there occasionally, and I just glued up. It says, "Be kind to unkind people. They probably need it most." Really?
I'm sorry, Betty.
And you
Now,
sure,
wait a minute. I have a complaint.
sure put it
You
in the
got a
right
complaint?
place.
Yeah.
What's your complaint?
I'm serious. Look, he gets his clothes free. Take a look at him. Can we have a camera on him? I have to pay for mine. Is this sad? Look at that. Here I am in the pathetic little shoes and the oversized pants, the cotton unironed blouse. My life is
You
not
look
pleasant.
good, Brett. You look good. Honest, that's six in a straight.
All right. Does anyone have an item of clothing that he would like to donate to Brett so that she doesn't look like such a slob? Nothing, huh? All right, throw it up here. Throw it up here. John, grab that.
Oh, here comes something, Brett.
There we go.
This
Here,
is-
let me just throw it in
hey,
here,
this is
John.
great.
Thank you.
Oh, it's
There.
sensational.
Kind person sent that up to you.
Thank you. Oh,
And you can put that up and you won't look so goofy.
That looks pretty.
Oh, that's much better.
Very good.
Scratches up the whole outfit, right?
It doesn't.
Good.
Well, welcome to the two of you. Let's get acquainted with, how do you say your name, Mikel? Oh, Michael. It's spelled M-I-K-E-L.
That's right, huh?
All right, Michael Gamboa.
Right.
Where are you from, Michael?
I live in Lompoc, originally from Arizona. Spent 22 years in the Air Force, married a girl from Germany, and have 5 offspring.
5 offspring.
I now work for the State Job Service.
Yeah, you have 5 offspring. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have 2 boys and 3 girls.
Oh, that's nice. All right.
He's got as many kids as he has offspring.
That's right. Right. I just said that, Scully.
One.
Karen Labovich.
Right.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Labovich. That's a Slavic name, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Are you married?
Yes, I am, fortunately, because I have 3 offspring.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, those springs, they bounce around, don't they?
Sure. Especially since they're boys, they really do bounce
Oh,
around.
they do. What was your maiden name, Karen?
It was Spivak.
Spivak.
Mhm.
Where do you live?
I live in Northridge, and I'm originally from New York.
Yeah? Good old New York.
Right.
What's your social security number?
Bye-bye.
He's asked so many questions.
Well, we have to get
My
acquainted.
measurements, too?
Your measurements? Yes. What are your measurements?
Never mind.
Oh, all right. Let's begin. Michael, you want A or B?
B,
All
please.
right, here we go. Tim said, "You know your daughter is really wild when you see her coming out." Shut up. I'll tell you when. Not yet. Really wild when you see her coming out of an adult motel with the blanks.
Oh, wow. This is terrible.
All right. Michael, Tim said, "You know your daughter's really wild when you see her coming out of an adult motel with the blanks."
The mattresses.
Michael, you've obviously led a sheltered life.
I guess I have.
That's a great answer. He ain't gonna match nobody.
No,
That's a great
that's
answer.
Those water beds are heavy.
Yeah, right.
I said with the Rams.
With the Rams. You got the idea now, Michael? You see, there's a lot more you can do with the Rams than with a mattress there. Brett?
Now, honey, did you think that she was a chambermaid? Was that his problem? Is that why he said mattresses?
No?
Well, okay. No, I said the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Very good.
Oh,
Very
don't write
good.
me letters.
Oh, they're all good there.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers, of course. Well, they're local heroes at the moment of this taping there. Elaine, you know your daughter's wild when you see her coming out of an adult motel with the...
Crew from Pornell Productions.
Oh, really?
She was working.
How
Yes.
are they, by the way?
Great.
McLean,
I have a little girl, and I found this distasteful and hard to answer.
So,
but in the meantime...
You didn't want to offend your daughter?
Or my, parents in general. Did you folks out there realize that if your parents didn't have any children, chances are that you won't either? Think about it.
Don't boo
boo that.
him.
You really
He's
don't
a parent.
understand it. Now, audience, you've got to listen more carefully because these pearls of wisdom don't come your way very often.
Thank God.
Incidentally, I am the one who did put the sign out there in the back.
Oh, you are the one?
No. I said the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers, right. What came to your mind, Miss Betty?
Oh, many, many things.
Yes.
But I wrote down one. However, let's not be too hard on his answer, because maybe there is a group somewhere called the Mattresses. It could possibly be. I said the Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones. Very good. That's a good one. Now, Karen, we have this for you. At the funeral, Lucy said, "My husband was a car salesman to the very end. Now he's got the only casket in the world with a blank." Ready, Brett? Here we go. No! At the funeral, Lucy said, "My husband was a car salesman to the very end. Now he's got the only casket in the world with a blank."
A steering wheel.
A steering wheel? All right. Anything a car would have is okay. Joey?
Well, they're always trying to sell you those option things, you know, and I said racing stripes.
Racing stripes? Right. That's good. Decorate a little bit. Are you losing weight? Is that a weight reduction thing, or is that just a regular
I don't know. You gave it to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
All
he
right.
got that answer. I said, "What are those things you put on the sides of cars that they did in the 40s?" He said, "Racing stripes." I think I'll use that. I said, "No, fins." I said hood.
A hood?
Yeah.
Only casket in the world with a hood.
Disc brakes.
Disc brakes. Any optional care? Husband was a car salesman at the very end. Now he's got the only casket in the world with a
Safety belt.
safety belt. Another good one.
I like that a lot.
That's cute.
So you shouldn't go anywhere.
Right. McLean.
I've addressed myself to this issue before. Occasionally, we have a tendency to offend various groups, and now we're taking another cheap shot at dead people.
Right.
I just hope that those dead people out there that are watching aren't offended by this.
Right. We'd like to apologize
Over there.
to all of those who...
Which touches a lot of the folks sitting here.
Right. Now...
Be watching that big setup in the sky, syndicated show somewhere, heavens knows. We wouldn't want those folks to shut us off, would we? I said stick shift.
Stick shift. Car saving a very in the casket in the world with stick shift. Okay. The answer that Karen gave was steering wheel.
Well, I thought of sticker on the window too late, so I had a package deal, radio and air conditioning.
Radio and air conditioning. There's round one. Round two coming up in a moment or so. Right now, this for you. For round two, and since he went first last time, Karen, we asked you to go first this time.
I think I'll
B.
take B.
B, if we can get the thing to go down there. There it is. All right. She wants B, so B says, "Dumb Donald is really dumb."
Hey, hold it down, huh?
He thinks a hangover is when blank wears an A cup. All right. Have you got an answer, Karen?
I think Dumb Donald is really dumb. He thinks a hangover is when...
That's
there's an
good.
A-cup.
You know what an A cup is?
Yeah, it's a bra.
Right?
No, it's the
Are there
size.
A cups and B cups?
It's the size
C
above
cups and
Jimmy
D
Test.
cups. I don't imagine you're familiar with D cups, are you?
No, I'm really not, unfortunately.
D-cup for
Okay.
two.
Now,
And next we're going to discuss men's shorts.
right.
After we finish with the ladies' brassiers.
Right back to A cup.
Now just concentrate here. You got an
A
idea?
hangover is when...
Who are you looking at in
I'm
the
looking
audience?
at my friend. Help!
No, I'm sorry, you can't help her.
She can't help me. Dumb Donald is really dumb. He thinks a hangover...
You think Dumb Donald's dumb. She ain't
Yeah,
dumb
you know. When a highball wears an A cup.
A highball wears an A cup. You're not going to win any money today or tomorrow.
Leave her alone. That's a good answer.
Thanks. I hope you have it, Scoey.
Go, Scoey.
Oh, I just said Dolly Parton.
Any person who has an excessive amount of
Did you call
upper
me,
frontals. Yes, I did. All right. What have you got?
Animal.
Animal lover that I am.
Of course, yeah. Well, let's get back
Dolly
to it.
Parton.
That's 2 Dolly Partons.
Oh, what a surprise.
What a surprise. That's 3 Dolly Partons, or 6, depending on the way you count. Elaine, you think some hangovers when blank wears an A cup?
Divide by 4.
Yes.
I know why Betty's an animal lover now. I said Dolly Parton too.
That's 4 of those. You do have
Sorry,
the idea
Karen.
now, don't you? All right, McLean.
Well, now we've given all you flat-chested broads a real slap in the face. As well as a few guys I know. Any event, I was going to say Orson Welles. First, I was going to say Highball, but I decided to say Dolly Parton.
All right. So that's 4 of those, 5 of those so far. Betty?
Now, isn't that funny? I thought of Orson Welles as well, but
Dolly Parton, yeah.
we both did that.
Well,
Oh, you could have won, I think.
Now, Mike, you're in a good spot here.
I know.
hopefully.
All you need is 1 to win.
Yeah.
Give him a chance. He'll mess it up.
An unlikely possibility.
Thanks, Scoey.
The umpire said that pitcher must have been a chef. Instead of a baseball, he's throwing a blank ball. No help from the audience. Here we go, Karen. The umpire said that pitcher must have been a chef. Oh, that's you,
for
Mike.
him.
Oh, dear me.
Oh,
Got to talking to you. I forgot all about
And
it.
you're picking on her, Mr. Rayburn?
We all have our momentary lapses. The umpire said that pitcher must have been a chef. Instead of a baseball, he's throwing a blank ball.
Butterball.
Butterball?
Butterball.
I guarantee it's going to end up in a scoreless tie. You want to go right to the tiebreaker? Yeah. All right, I'll get it ready, because I know we're going to go to it.
Warm it up.
Yeah. All right, Scully. The dingbat said butterball.
Ah, boy, it makes my answer look bad. I said meatball.
Meatball. Good. Got the idea.
1 meatball.
2 meatballs.
You can't blame them. Between them, they have 8 children. They were busy. Meat.
All right. Pitcher must have been a chef. Instead of a baseball, he's throwing a meatball, according to everybody there. But according to Mike, it's a butterball. What do you say?
I said matzo ball.
A matzo ball. Another good possibility.
Matzo meatball.
Matzo
Just
meatball.
in case.
Yes, sir.
You know, we may be going to a commercial here, sports fans, but I'd stay tuned because it looks like we're headed for a dumb-off. Meatball.
There it is. Let's see your butterball.
Film at 11.
All right.
That's funny. That's
All
the
right.
funniest thing today. So
We're all ready for the tiebreaker.
She's
But first
got it.
this.
Betty's got it.
Oh, I love it.
And here again, the star of our show, Gene Rayburn.
Here we go. Tiebreaker. 1 for each. One who matches the most will be the winner. Mike?
B, please.
Yes, sir. At the singles bar, Tiny Tim said, I'm not going to let being short bother me. I'm going over to that girl and stare her right in the blank. You're really trying.
Really trying this
Wanna win
hard.
some weight.
Very hard. Well, that was my other choice.
Right. Here we go. At the singles bar, Tiny Tim said, I'm not going to let being short bother me. I'm going over to that girl and stare her right in the blank.
Right in the chins.
Right in the chins.
How short was he?
Unless you get an inspiration, we're going to tiebreaker number 2 in a moment. All right, he said chins.
Oh.
Woo, my man's trying to get a series. A few more shows. I said eyes, but I had a much lower opinion, but I just thought I'd keep it.
Eyes would not be a short person.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Because what I was...
Stand up. How short are you? Or stand
How
up and see
short
if you
are
can look
you?
in my eyes.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing. See, now she's a little shorter than I am. She's looking right in my eyes.
So this
She's
isn't
not
a bad answer, is it?
No, it's a terrible answer.
But this little guy, he sat up on the bar, so he did look her
Yeah,
right
he looked
in the
her right in the
eyes.
eyes.
Oh. All right.
She lifted him up.
Tell him what you said to the witch doctor. Go ahead, Brett.
I won't say that again.
He look, it's gonna be, get ready for a round of enthusiasm. Kneecap.
Kneecap. Good.
You know when the nurse is going to bathe me today? Did they tell you?
Soon.
She hasn't bathed you yet? We thought she had bathed you earlier.
They said 2 o'clock, but I was ready and nobody came.
Knee. Well, I'm surprised with that. I'll have to talk to the nurse, make sure she gets your bath a little earlier to calm you down. I'm not going to let being short bother me. I'm going to stare that girl right in the...
Appendix.
Appendix. Good. Splendid. You got a goodie, too?
Somewhere between the knee and the appendix, I think, does lie the answer.
Right. And here it is.
However, comma, I said ankle.
Ankle.
Oh, that's little.
All right.
I wrote my answer, put it in there, and look what I found on the next card, and I didn't write it. Isn't that sweet? Somebody up there liked it. I said knee.
Knee. I'm
Knee
surprised
seems to
no
have
one
been the
said
opposite
navel.
answer.
Navel would be
We
a logical.
thought navel, we threw it out.
I
said
thought navel
eye.
and threw it out. Now, Karen, we're in the opposite position. Last time he needed one to win, and he blew it. Now, this time you need one to win, and you're going to blow it.
Oh, don't say that. I'll be here all night.
Alex said, my blind date said she had Betty Davis eyes. I just saw her in person, and she looks more like she has blank Davis eyes. You didn't hear the beginning of the question.
She's
All
not
right.
alone.
He's
There
giving
we
it to
go.
me again. Oh.
You got it? All right.
What was the... Could you read it again?
Sure.
Charles stole my answer.
I did not. I'm just so you can get through it.
Here we go. Alex said my blind date last night said she had Betty Davis eyes. I just saw her in person, and she looks more like she has blank Davis eyes.
Sammy Davis eyes.
Sammy Davis. I take it all back, what you said.
Thank you, Gene.
Because it's a good answer.
Thank you.
You know what?
What?
Now we have managed to offend every one-eyed Jew in America.
Sammy, we're only kidding. We love you, Sammy, wherever you are. All right.
See, that's why I couldn't get it. It threw me when you said eyes.
Oh, yeah, right.
I just said John.
John.
She don't need but one.
That's right.
She just needs one to win?
That's it.
Well, I was thinking of the prior chief of police, Ed Davis.
That's a local answer.
Yeah, I know it.
He had Eddie Davis eyes instead of Betty Davis.
You know, get it?
Right.
But I thought because it was a local answer, I said Sammy.
Sammy. She won it. All right, well, the rest of you hold up your cards.
Okay.
Sammy, Johnny, Glenn, all right.
Everybody over
Early because you'll be back later for game number 2. Right on the blue dot. Now we have this for you.
Thank you, dear, for saying.
All right. Oh, here we are. We're just chatting here. I was just chatting to Elaine about her show. How's it going?
Wonderful. Mr. Merlin.
Mr. Merlin,
Mr. Merlin is
yes.
great. We're
Yeah.
having a great time shooting it.
Yeah.
Got a lot of fun.
But it's hard work as you work 5 days a week.
Right, and work real late at night.
Yeah. Now, Betty, you did a show. You just got in from doing Tony Randall's show, didn't
Love
you?
Sydney. We had the best time, yes.
Where do they do that?
They do that in New York, over on the west side of New York.
Yeah.
And it's It's really, there's the sweet smell of success on the set. You know,
And do they-
everybody's very excited about it.
Is there a place to do the interiors there, like in Astoria or someplace?
Well, it's an old theater, the Reeves Theater.
What? Well, all right. Oh, it's time to go? All right, we'll go quietly. Gene Rayburn, join us next time for the match game. Goodbye.
Today's contestants will also receive light and sugarless gum available in airtight packages of seal-in freshness, flavor. Enjoy the delicious taste of Trident recommended by Moms Who Care. 4 gallons of super scrubbable two-test easy care latex flat wall and trim finish for both walls and woodwork, sold only by True Value Hardware Store. Raid Indoor Fogger, its room-filling fog kills roaches, fleas, other bugs dead by the thousands. When you've got anything that sticks or squeaks, reach for WD-40. Makes things work smoother, last stronger. Do it yourself with WD-40. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game, a Mark Woodson-Bill Troutman production. Program was edited for This would be Match Game 74, production number 0251, and it's take one. Get ready to match the star. Joey Mitchell, Brett Somers, Charles Nelson Riley, Patty Doyle, Richard Dawson, and Marcia Wallace as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 74. And now, here's the star of Match Game 74, Gene Rayburn.
How do you do? How do you do? Thank you very much. Thank you, Johnny Olson. Thank you for joining us here on Match Game 74. We're going to have a lot of laughs today, right?
I have some good news and some bad news for you.
Tell us about the good news
Well,
first.
the good news is Charles Nelson Riley is better. You know he was ill.
Yes, he was ill. We
Bad
missed him.
news is
A little cold.
He's here.
he's here.
He's here.
Do what you were just doing. What were you just doing?
What were you just doing?
I was having a hot flash, so I was fanning myself.
Now listen, we've got to welcome the new kid on the block, and let's make him feel at home. Scoey Mitchell. How nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've only seen you once. I saw you on Tattletales, and you were terrific.
Well, thank you.
And you're going to be good here.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
I didn't kiss you, but I kissed her. Is that all right?
Say hello to Mark.
Well,
Oh, Marcia! Oh, how nice to have you
Oh, he's
back
so
again.
rude.
Marcia Wallace! Marcia, I missed you! Marcia! Okay. I guess we're ready to say hello to our player over here. Here is Carlotta Nelson. Hello, Carlotta! How are you?
Fine.
You know where we're going to begin? When you have a go at over $5,000. Are you ready for that?
I am ready.
Have you thought about a lot of this? Are you? Have you thought about it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, we're going to wish you the very best of luck, and we'll go to that right after we go to this message of interest for one and all. All right, here we go now with Carlotta Nelson. We're going to have a go at the Big Money Super Match. You know how that goes? We polled a recent studio audience, Carlotta, and we got their best response to this. Inner blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 to you if you match that. If you match the next one, it's $250. If you match the last one, it's $100. 3 celebrities are allowed to help. You may choose them now.
Richard?
Richard, how do you fill that in? Inner
sanctum.
Inner sanctum. All right. Inner sanctum. Okay, there's one.
Charles?
Charles, have you got one, Charles?
Inner tube, but that's wrong.
Inner tube. Okay, inner tube. Don't be insecure, Charles. The
Well, I
audience
didn't know how to
applauded you.
spell inner tube.
Oh, you don't know how to spell inner tube?
I had inner circle, inner ring, inner...
All right.
San
One
Clemente
more.
written down for some reason.
Scully, what do you say?
Well, I was going to say inner tube, but I'll say inner circle.
Inner circle?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks, Joe.
so...
That's okay.
Carlotta, you have inner circle, inner tube, and inner sanctum. You may choose one of those or give us one of your own. What would you like to do?
Sanctum.
You want to say inner sanctum? All right. Dawson has got his fingers crossed, and we're all hoping it's going to be a winner for you. She thinks it's going to be under that $500 response. We got to start at the bottom and find out what's under the $100 response. Inner tube is Charles' answer there. Okay.
Right there, winner.
We hope that's a good omen for you, Carlotta. We're looking for inner sanctum. Here is the $250 response. Inner space. Inner space. I always say outer space, don't you?
What
I
kind
never
of a
say inner
group
space.
did you have here that
I don't know,
day?
a bunch of weirdos like we got today. That's who we have. Okay. I'm only kidding. You're all right. Now, Carlotta, here's your last chance for inner sanctum. Here is the $500 response. Inner sanctum it is. Congratulations. Now, you've got the $500. You now play for 10 times that amount or $5,000. To collect, you got to match one celebrity head-to-head, and this will have to be an exact match. Which one do you choose?
Richard.
You choose Richard. Okay, you face
They
me if
laughed
you
when I said sanctum.
Now, here it is. Whoops. Well, that's the envelope. I don't need that anyway. The $5,000 question is as follows. Show blank. That's S-H-O-W. Show blank. Or show blank. Give you all accents. He's finished. Carlotta, what answer comes to your mind that you think will match Richard Dawson?
Business.
Show business. That's what we're in, isn't it? She says show business. Richard, for $5,000, may we see yours?
I gather I'm about to leave it. I said show and tell.
Show and tell.
Too many
You're the same yo-yos that applauded inner tube, remember that? I'm sorry, darling.
That's all right. Show and tell is a good answer.
Yeah.
Show business is good. And you're up to $600, Carlotta, and you are going to meet another player right now. So let's welcome Sharon Strand. Sharon. Wait a minute. Now, just a minute. Bert Convy. It's my show. We all recognize Bert Convy, and I'm glad he's here because I have something to say to him.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I'll tell you what I have to say to him.
Yeah?
Thanks. No, I've been doing his show all week as the host, and it's given him and his pretty wife Ann a chance to be... Oh.
You know how to hurt a guy, don't you, Gene?
I say.
I was doing great till you had to break me up.
Well, anyway, he and Ann are on the panel, and they're having a grand time, and I'm having a grand time, and I thank you for letting me do your show.
Thank you for coming over and letting me lose a lot of money for people who are betting on Ann and me.
No, you're very good as a panelist.
It hasn't been bad. But
We've been thinking of making that a permanent arrangement.
Oh, we have, haven't we?
I'm only kidding.
Time for the next question, A or B, my dear.
Turn him out of fair play. Thank you, Bert Convy. Okay, would you like to step back up there? Okay, you ladies know each other? Bert Convy's a good-looking guy, isn't he?
Yes, she's lucky.
Yes, she's lucky. He got away just in time. Bert, come back. She wants another kiss. All right, now, Sharon Strand, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and if Bert Convy is a good kisser?
Oh, very.
Yes.
I live in Escondido, and my husband's a golf professional, and I have a son, 11 years old, and 2 teenage daughters. In fact, a little redhead down there.
2 Danish
Dying
what?
of giggling is mine.
Who?
2 teenage daughters.
Oh, 2 teenage daughters. Oh.
Yeah, she's
and they're down there?
The little redhead that giggles a lot.
The redhead who giggles, yeah. And the one on her left?
Go
Are your
on.
2 daughters?
No, that's her friend Kim.
Oh, that's your
She
friend
came-
Kim.
Just came along to wish me luck.
Okay, well, they're all saying good luck to you. We wish you the very best of luck, as does
you.
Carlotta, and we wish you luck, Carlotta. You're up to $600. I'll reveal 2 questions. Ask Sharon the challenger to make a selection.
A, please.
A is what she wants, and everybody plays. Here we go. Jack said, the new hat check girl at that restaurant is really weird. I wanted to check my hat and coat, but she wanted to check my blank. You will not find the answer up there, my dear.
I don't think so.
Uh-oh, a fan is not going. All right, when you finish, there it is. Charles!
I'm ready, sir.
Isn't that terrific? Charles is one of the first ones ready. His illness did him good.
The first time
Yes.
ever. Do you want me to play this round?
Yeah, please play this round, would you? Her wig looks good today, doesn't it?
Isn't that cute?
It's nice.
I'm going to take it off one of these days and show you. Gene knows what
Used
I
to
really
belong to
know.
Frankie Lane?
No, Tony Bennett.
All right, now, Sharon, let's get a response from you. Jack said the new hat check girl at that restaurant is really weird. I want to check my hat and coat, but she wanted to check my blank.
Wallet.
Wallet.
They don't like
Too late. The die is cast, Sharon. Scully, she says wallet. What do you say?
Oh, I kind of think along with her.
You do?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Well, not exactly.
Well, I mean, a hat check girl is very interested in, you know, the money they
In the
make.
tips, right, and all
Right,
that.
that's what I put, tips.
Tips. Oh, as a matter of fact, you were on the same wavelength, but not exactly, and we can't match it, I'm sorry to say. And you're off to a rotten start there, Sharon, but we'll see what happens here with Brett.
My first time here, too, you
That's
know.
right.
It may be your last.
Don't say that. Go.
I used to be a hat check girl.
You did?
I was the world's rottenest hat check girl. I was fired because I was so bad at it. Who can keep track of everybody's hats? I said wife.
Wife.
Her answer was a lot better than mine, wasn't it?
All right, Charles.
I said body.
That's the answer, right? I knew we'd get to it sooner or later. Body seems to be the answer, Sharon. What do you say, Patty?
I didn't say body.
You didn't say body.
No.
What did you say?
I said drawers.
Let me just check the new hat checker. There's really weird. I wanted to check my hat and coat, but she wanted to check my drawers. Yeah, that works. Okay. Richie, what do you say?
Well, I thought Charles's answer, body, was very good. I thought it was a little crass. I'd put it in a more gentle way.
What did you say?
So you want to check my measurements?
Okay.
This war a scream.
Isn't this war a scream? Yes. Marsh. That is one of my favorite all-time lines, and you can make up your own joke to it. That's just the punchline, and it's a little something
all
between
got
Rich.
to cheer up here, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Well, I personally would not want this particular article, but just off the top of my head, I said pants.
Check your pants. Okay. I'll take your hat, your coat, your pants, sir, and that'll be 25 cents. Okay. Now, we've got a question for you, but first we got to do a little business, and then we'll get right back to you, so you hurry right back. Okay, here we go with the second half of round one. You ready, Carlotta?
Yes.
This is for you. Everybody plays. Ellen said, I never should have married a professional football player. Every time he hears a whistle, he blanks me. Ellen said that. I never should have married a professional football player. Every time he hears a whistle, he blanks me. All right.
I'm not too familiar with football. I have to tell you, I'm not a big sports fan.
You're not.
The only sport I know is drinking. It's just easy. You just go like that.
And it burns very few calories.
It burns very few calories. and
You ready, Charles? Okay, everybody's all set. You look so pensive, I didn't think you were ready. Carlotta, I never should have married a professional football player. Every time he hears a whistle, he blanks me.
Kicks me.
Really? No, she's a champ. Okay, kicks me is what she
But
said.
not for long.
Scully?
Scully, you're on
Hello,
the air.
Scully. Oh. I never should have married a professional football player. Every time he hears a whistle, he blanks me. She said kicks. What do
I
you say?
said the same thing.
You
Punt.
said Punts. Punt. That's a match. That's right. And you owed her. You awed her. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
That's right. Get the money, Mama.
That's right. Brett, what do you say?
You kids are gonna cheer when you hear this answer. Cheer, did you hear me? Every time, what was the question, dear?
Every time he hears a whistle, he
runs over me.
He runs over me. They're sure cheering you, Brett.
Isn't
Charles?
that what you do when you hear that we run out and run over everybody?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I know Chuck knows all about that football stuff.
That's right. What do you say, Chuck?
After that underwater ballet, I shall simply show the correct answer.
That's it.
Wow!
That's 2 for Carlotta. So far, she's got 2. What are you offering?
Oh.
Pain and misery.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I said tight ends.
I don't know what it means either. I'll show you. He tight ends me, huh? Every time he hears a whistle, he tight ends me.
Gonna fold me.
I think we gotta bronze that one and put it in the office. What do you say, Richard?
Well, the same audience that groaned at Inner Sanctum groaned at Kicks, didn't they?
Yeah. They've turned on you now. They're applauding.
Well, of course they're ashamed.
That's right. Embarrassed there. Now, Marcia.
Gene,
Yes,
bowling
Ma.
is my sport, and I don't know about whistles and all that in football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought maybe they just went home when they blew the whistle. Said tackles.
Tackle. No.
It's not a match, is it?
Now, that's not a match, Marcia, but they think you have the best answer of all the bunch.
Look, that answer, she ends up with zip.
What is it?
I don't have my hand raised because I want to go to the bathroom.
Why do you have your hand raised?
I want to know what the real answer is. What do you do when that bloody whistle goes toot, 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 toot?
Right. Well, no, there are various reasons for the referee to blow the whistle. You know, the ball is dead, the play is dead, or it's timeout, or whatever.
I am crossed with
No. Stay there. Now,
Can I have somebody else help me, Gene?
all right, Scully, we'll see what we can do about it. Carlotta, you're ahead 3-0, and it's the end of round 1, and we've got to stop here and do a little business, and then we'll carry on with round 2, so don't go away. Now, we're ready to sail into round 2, and we shall do just that. And I point out to Sharon it's 3-0 in favor of the current champ, and Sharon, you make a decision here about which of these you want.
I'll stick with A.
You had A last time, and you're going to do it again this time. Okay, here we go with A. Everybody plays. The Galloping Gourmet keeps a live alligator in his kitchen. He uses it as a blank. Galloping Gourmet keeps a live alligator in his kitchen. He uses it as a blank.
Is there an obvious answer that I'm not getting to that?
No?
What did you say, Miss Wallace?
Nothing obvious about this one.
There are several good choices here. All right.
How much do you want to bet I didn't make any?
Now we've got to get a choice here from Sharon. Let's see what she says. The Galloping Gourmet keeps a live alligator in his kitchen. He uses it as a...
Garbage disposal.
You were wrong last time. I don't want to be a wise guy, but... All right, she says garbage disposal, which I think is rather good. Scoy, do you think that's...
it's an excellent choice.
Good answer, huh?
I wish I'd have thought of it.
Yeah. What did you think of, Scoy?
I couldn't think of much of anything, so I just put down pot.
Now that's enough of that.
You're supposed to be helping me.
You didn't help much there. What have you
I
got?
didn't see his answer.
Yeah. Did you help her?
It's not my job to help the contestants.
They're supposed to match you.
Yes, they're supposed to match me. No, I thought about how funny what was the animal?
The
Alligator?
The alligator, keeping a live alligator in his kitchen, he uses it as a...
Knife sharpener. Now, how No, she tears my card up like it's so terrible.
Tear up that card. That's a rotten answer. Tear up that card, Scully.
But you could sharpen a knife on an alligator.
No, you
Jack.
couldn't sharpen it. No, you can't.
Sounds like a song
Yeah.
title.
You blew that.
Sharpen a knife on an alligator's back.
Okay, Charles.
Are there any vacancies on a lower floor? You had a wonderful answer. I'm sorry I didn't match it, but I got close. I said blender.
Blender. Okay, now you've got to match the 3 remaining celebrities to stay in the game, and her answer is garbage disposal, and we now have to see yours.
My answer, unfortunately, was meat grinder.
Meat grinder is a good answer. Garbage disposal there, and what did you have, Marcia? Okay. Come on down, Carlotta, you're the winner. Congratulations to you. There's another $100 for you. Stand by for a moment or so, and we've got to say goodbye to Sharon Strand. Sorry to see you go, Sharon, so soon.
It was quick, but I just loved it. Had a
Good.
good time.
We've got a gift for Sharon Strand backstage. Thank you for being with us, Sharon. Okay. You've been here before, so you know how it goes, right?
Right.
Well, then let's get right to it, shall we?
Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute. I got this part first here. I'll run the show. I'll tell you when to stop and when to start and all that. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Hold your blank. And, 5, 250, and 100. Which ones do you want some help from now?
Richard.
Richard is one.
Hold your tongue.
Hold your tongue is one.
Charles.
Charles.
Hold your breath.
Hold your breath is 2.
And Scully.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses. So you've got hold your tongue, hold your breath, and hold your horses. You may choose one of those or give us one of your own. What do you want to do?
Horses.
You want to hold your horses.
Get the money, Mama.
That's the one we're looking for. Hold your horses. Okay, that's what the audience thinks is the favorite. Let's see the $100 response. Hold your own. Oh, really? It was that kind of audience, huh?
That's the inner tube group.
We're looking for hold your horses. Here is a $250 response. Hold your tongue is up there, and not yet. This may be it. Let's find out. Hold your horses. The $500 response. Hold your horses. You've got it. Congratulations. Okay. We're going to stop right here now, Carlotta, and we've got to go to this message, so you get it together. Well, we've got to say goodbye to all of these beautiful people and thank them.
Yeah, it just didn't work out, but thank you.
And we say goodbye to you and hope you'll join us next time for Match Game 74. Goodbye. See you later.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 74. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations. Get ready to match the stars. So welcome back Carter, Ron Palillo, Brett Summers, Nipsey Russell, from Love of Life, Tootie Wiggins, Richard Dawson, from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Betty White, as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 77. And now, here's the star of Match Game 77, Gene Rayburn.
How's everybody? Nice to see all of you lovely people, and it's a great pleasure to welcome the new kid on the block. You don't get a chance to see the show because you're always doing something else, aren't you?
I know.
When we're on.
Yeah.
But we have a tradition here. When we get a new kid on the block, which you are today, we have to give her a proper welcome.
Noblesse oblige.
You're joking.
Yes. No.
You're dead serious?
Yes. Well, I kid you.
Is this it?
This is it.
I'm sorry, this is the bad news I'm telling you.
Come on now. You just fuck her up. He'll do all the
Welcome.
Now, the next question, have you had any of the diseases on this?
Stop! Now, let's say hello to our two players, Chris Cranston and Mike Garner. How's Chris?
Fine, how are you?
Fine, thank you. This lady has won a pretty good bundle of money here. She has $1,200, and she's being challenged here by Mike Garner, who does something most unusual.
Yeah?
He's one of the few people extant today who flies a Ford Tri-Motor that was manufactured in 1927, was it?
28, Gene.
28, yes.
And
where do you go, from where to where?
Well,
or just sightseeing?
On the tours for the Ford Tri-Motor, we just fly around the Las Vegas area.
Yeah.
For the Grand Canyon tours, we use different airplanes for that.
Uh-huh.
Did you say paper airplanes?
No.
No, serious.
No, different ones.
Different ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, I told you yesterday it had 28,000 hours on it. I was a little over yesterday. It was 23,000.
23,000?
Yes.
Okay. That'll be 40 lashes for lying to us, Mike. There. Well, good luck to both of you. We're in the middle of round one here, and at this moment the score is 1-0 in favor of Mike. We'll see how this game ends after we see about this. Here we go. Push a button. Reveal the other first round question. Chris, this is all yours. Remember, the first rounders are a little bit difficult. Tiny Tom Thumb said, "Last week I went to the Long Branch Saloon and I asked Miss Kitty to put me in a safe place. Was I surprised? She put me in her blank."
Now listen, I'm finished, so I have a question to ask.
You have a question?
Now are the panelists allowed to say things like "Happy Birthday, Brooke Haley"? Or
No, they
you
can't do
say
stuff
"Happy
like that.
Birthday, Brooke Haley"?
No, because
even
you
though it's
see-
your 7th birthday and she wrote a poem and everything.
Really?
She wrote a wonderful poem
To whom?
to married people.
Really?
It goes like this: marriage is so you can drink beer together, cheer together, and show your rears together.
Is that perfect? That's beautiful. I don't know who she is, but I'm in love with her. Okay, Chris. Tiny Tom Thumb said, "Last week I went to the Long Branch Saloon and I asked Miss Kitty to put me in a safe place. Was I surprised? She put me in her blank."
Bra?
Bra? I knew she was a buxom lady, but that's ridiculous.
She is so buxom in her bra.
Oh, you're right. Well, okay. Here's a hiding place for you.
Now that
Here's a hiding place to tip your hat to.
Tip your hat to?
Yeah.
Never mind. We're not going to go near it.
No.
This is this may be a match. Now pay close attention. Wake them up. Wake
Wait
the
them up
judges
over there. He's watching carefully now.
Now cleavage, is that like your
Cleavage?
bra?
Yes, it is. Okay.
It's something Betty White has never
Right.
liked.
Looking for a pair of...
Pair of bras, yes.
Yes.
Among the dairy products in the supermarket. The bra.
Okay. Well. Are you ready for your first one, Judy? Tom said last week to the Long Branch Saloon asked Miss Kitty to put me in a safe place. Was I prepared to put me in her bra?
In her cleavage.
Cleavage. Okay. She's up to 4 now.
That's bad for the
Yes,
whole
indeed.
team over there, Mike.
Your very first question, and you
That's
just...
right. When you hear the bell ding, that means you've been successful in matching these. You see how it goes there? Nothing to it there.
Isn't it good?
Yes, right.
We won't be needing you anymore, so thank you for coming in. You're marvelous.
Come on now, Richard. Don't let the lady down.
Are you kidding me?
Show
I
her
wouldn't
your
write it
earmuffs.
down. Al Brock.
Okay. Shut up, Brock. Now.
I'm in my favorite spot again, number 6.
That's right. That's right, because we're
I
so
happen
far.
to know Miss Kitty. She's a dear and good friend, Amanda
Yes,
Blake. And
indeed.
my problem is that I know her so well, I know there wouldn't be room for Tom Thumb there. I said in her purse.
In her purse, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Now, hold on, wait just a minute now. Based on what she said, she may be willing to give us some details of her. And you might be pleased by that and not boo her. Are you willing to?
Do you have any color slides of Amanda?
Okay, so there we are at the end of round 1. Score is 5-1 in favor of our current champ. Round 2 coming up after this. Here we go to round 2. Bing. Mike, you may have A or B.
A, please.
A it is. All right. Let's see, who plays? Everyone except Ron. All right? The captain of the firing squad said, that condemned man has a lot of nerve. Here we are about to shoot him and he's blanking on the wall. Oh, yes, he can. Why do you?
That man has a lot of nerve.
That condemned man has a lot of nerve. Here we are about to shoot him and he's blanking on the wall.
You mean nervous in guts or nervous in...
Well, it's a phrase, you know. Why, he's got a lot of nerve. Look at him.
Okay, sweetheart.
Whatever it is there. In case some of you wondering where Charles Nelson Riley is, he's away for a short while, and we're lucky to have the services of Nipsey Russell in his absence. Thank you.
We love you, Charles, and we love you too, sugar.
All right, ready? Here we go, Mike. The captain of the firing squad said that condemned man has a lot of nerve. Here we are about to shoot him, and he's blanking on the wall.
Tinkling.
Okay. The warden said, what is your last request? And he said, well, never mind. I told you to go before we left the file. What do you say, Brett?
I don't want to mislead America. I said, I love you, Charles, and you too, Sugar. Sugar is the nickname for his mother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Right. I said, what did he say?
He said tinkling.
Oh. Oh, no, I said writing graffiti.
Writing graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, you got to match everyone else remaining in order to stay in the game and achieve a tie here. Nipsey, what do you say?
Gee whiz, I know a guy. He was so resolute that he was dying. He was being executed, and they said, what do you want for your last meal? He said, Metrocal.
Oh, there's one for him. Okay. Here we're about to shoot him, and he's tinkling on the wall. What do you say, Tootie?
Well, I come from a medical family, and at home it was called this. Squizzling.
Squizzling. Now, Tootie, you must be... I've never gone for my annual physical, and the doctor hands you the... He says, go squizzle in this body. I've never had that happen. Have you?
Well,
has anybody else heard that squizzling? Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Have you heard that?
Her
Never heard
father
of it in my
wasn't a
life.
doctor. Her father was a nurse.
In a glass of champagne, they put a squizzle stick.
Oh, I see. What do you say, Richard?
Squizzle or not to squizzle, that is the question.
That is indeed.
Another word, Al Tinkle.
Tinkle. 5-4 the score. Here you are again, Betty.
Have you ever had one of those days when you should? I know what you're going to do, and I deserve it. I just thought, well, I thought tinkling was not a lot of nerve. That would be the natural reaction. But it takes a lot of nerve to be writing, and he couldn't talk to tea.
So that means Chris Cranston wins the game. Well, Mike, that was a very close game. You're a very good game player, and you have a very steady hand flying that Ford Trimotor around, and I'm going to look you up someday and take a ride with you. We've got some gifts for Mike Garner, ladies and gentlemen. There he goes. Hello there. Well, Chris, you now have $1,300, and if you go all the way here, you could be over $7,000. So let's see what happens. We polled the studio audience not too long ago, and we got their best response to this. Blank 10. Now remember, you get
For matching that first answer, the top one there, you get $500. Now, that's the most popular answer that studio audience gave. Their second most popular answer, if you match that one, you'll get $250. And for matching their third, you'll get $100. And let's see who will supply some good answers for you here.
Richard?
Hang 10.
Hang 10, one.
Betty?
You're going to give me another chance?
Yes.
1 to 10.
1 to 10.
And Brett?
Brett?
What about top 10?
Top 10. So there they are. Top 10, hang 10, 1 to 10. It's your choice now to choose one of those or think up one of your own.
Hang 10.
Hang 10 it is. Richard's answer. The audience seems to be with you, Chris. Let's find out if you and they are right. We'll begin at the bottom and reveal the $100 response. Top 10. Good one, isn't it? Didn't think of it, did you? Okay, you're fired.
8, 9, 10. I was number 3 and I
Oh, you
thought
said
it.
top 10.
Yes,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
right. Turn on us.
Oh, I really? Yeah, somebody did say that. It was Brett. Brett, how soon I forget that you're up there. Anyway, we're looking for hang 10. May we see the $250 number? Big 10.
Oh,
the Central, yeah, that's that football conference in the Midwest there. Okay, last chance for hang 10. Slide it, Earl. All right, you got it. Congratulations. Off and running. Good. Yeah. Listen, you've enriched yourself a little bit. You got $1,800 now, and you're going to play for 10 times that big number you just won, or $5,000. And remember, we'll give you the money if you match one celebrity exactly.
Richard?
Okay. Good luck to you, Chris. Here it is. This is your third shot at it, isn't it? And it hasn't happened yet. This might be the lucky one for you. Good luck. Blank desert.
Yeah.
Blank desert. Hold it.
Yeah, truly.
All right, hold everything.
I'm sorry.
He had a better idea at the last second, changed his mind, put it in the slot, and now, Chris, it's up to you to get your ESP going and give us the answer that he gave. Not the first one, which he threw away, but the second one.
That'll be it.
Yes, but there it is. Good luck to you.
I can only think of one. Mojave.
Mojave is not too far away, is it?
I threw it away. I threw 2 away.
You threw 2 away?
Yeah, Painted Desert. I threw away Mojave Desert because I thought of the biggest one, the Sahara.
The Sahara. Oh, well, that's...
But there were so many came to my mind.
You know, that was a hard one for me, too. I really didn't know which one I would have chosen.
Dessert or desert?
Well, now, dessert is spelled differently, isn't it?
2 S's.
Yes, 2 S's. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, my dear, you've got your 1,800, and you're going to meet another player in a moment or so, and you'll have another shot at it, but right now we want you to have a shot at this. Okay. Let's all welcome Linda Say here. How are you? Nice to have you with us, Linda.
Thank you.
Now we're going to find out a little bit about Linda Say, where you're from, and anything else you want to contribute.
I live in Marina Del Rey,
Yeah.
and I sell real estate in Brentwood.
You show real estate?
I sell
She
real
shows
estate.
real estate. Right.
And I teach a dance class once a week.
What kind of dancing? Touch dancing?
No, modern jazz.
Modern jazz?
Yeah, I try to keep in shape.
That's very good exercise, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you seem to have achieved that purpose. As you may see, if she wins and stands up here a little bit later. But good luck to you, my dear. We'll begin now by asking you to make a selection. You may have A or B.
I'll take A.
You want A? All right. Linda Say, want A. This is it. The cannibal prime minister said to Jimmy Carter, please send us another ambassador. The last one was blank. Aren't you glad you came? Having a good time? No, stick around there. Write an answer. Please send us another ambassador. The last one was blank. Good. You are going to preempt us one of these days soon, aren't you, with a special show?
Oh, yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Certainly. It's a variety show.
Yes.
With, 6 soap opera people doing
Right.
singing and dancing.
Are you one?
Yes, I'm one of them.
No kidding. Have you got a date on that?
26th of May.
26th of May, yes. Well,
But we'll be preempting this show.
I think so, but...
What's it called, man?
Yeah, have you got a name for it?
Getting to Know Us Part 2. They did Getting to Know Us Part 1 in the fall.
Oh.
Getting to Know Us?
Part 2.
And they're all CBS soap opera people.
Yes.
Or daytime drama people, as they like to say in the office there. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that, won't we? Good. Now, Linda, if you're ready, the cannibal prime minister said to Jimmy Carter, please send us another ambassador. The last one was blank.
Eaton.
Eaton. Now, what would you say?
What would you?
Tough? Okay, they got their own game going out there
What
in
did
the
they
audience.
say?
She said Eaton, and they had a number of good answers there, which may occur here, so I won't repeat them. Ron?
See, now this is a little pun, you see. He was too tough, get it?
Too tough, right.
They
I
had
got
the
it.
same thing,
Yes.
tough. They had to eat him to find out he was tough, right?
You've cut your hair.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh.
Do you like it?
No, I hate it, as a matter of fact.
You do?
Yeah.
If you like his new hairdo, raise your hand. If you don't like it, raise your hand. See, they like
If you
it.
feel totally indifferent about it, right?
How indifferent do you feel? Now, this may be a match. He was put in a large pot
Put in a large pot
with a good wine,
with a good wine.
vintage,
A wine vintage.
that is, and at.
That is, and yeah, that's one. Okay. Traveled all the way to Gambia for that, eh? What do you say?
Well, I don't know if I want to respond to
You don't
that
want to
question.
participate in
That-
this one?
Well, not if it involves Jimmy Carter. I love Jimmy Carter.
You do love
He's a
him.
religious man. I like a president who prays, then at least we know where his hands are.
Yes,
He was delicious.
Hold on. You can't do that?
Delicious wasn't good enough.
Now, would you please explain it to me? Because how would you know if he were delicious if you hadn't eaten him?
Well, same thing.
Smell it.
What? You won't respond to it, huh? You won't respond to that.
Well, both of those darling ladies are delicious.
Yes. Oh, I see. Okay.
You never
Tootie?
know.
Cannibal Prime Minister said to Jimmy Carter, please send us another ambassador. The last one was eaten.
I said was spoiled.
Spoiled. No, that's good. I think that's a most imaginative answer. All right, Linda's looking for the answer. Eaten,
Yeah,
Richard.
I don't know if this is a match. Please keep an open mind, judges. Eaten.
Yes. It was a tough decision you gave him, Richard, and they responded yes.
Now, before we discuss this, remember what you said. I said delicious.
Okay, so that's 2 for her, and now let's see how Chris does with her first rounder. Almost got you there. All right, we'll put it back, Chris, because they just, in a panic, said let's have a little commercial, and that's what we're going to do. Would you like to have a little commercial? Okay, let's have a little commercial. One about this big or that. Now we're going to poll these ladies here and find out if they can return next time, because we just don't have time for another question. Can you come back next
Yes,
time?
I can.
Yes. You're a long way from home. Chris is from Idaho. What town again?
Ketchum, Idaho.
Ketchum, Idaho. And now all of you, you're not all from Idaho, are you? All you yayers? But they're all moving to Idaho as soon as... Will you be able to return next time?
I think I can make it.
Okay, Linda say. And will you be able to return next time?
I'm staying over.
Okay. How was it on your first outing? Have you ever done one of these before?
No, I haven't.
Was it interesting?
It was fun.
Was it amusing?
Very.
Good.
Do your Maggie Smith imitation, too.
I must tell you, Tootie, we got a postcard from a lady who said, I love your program, or I don't know what she said, but she signed it Maggie Smith.
It was the lady who was on our show, a contestant named Maggie Smith, who wrote to me and you.
Oh,
But he thought it was the actress.
I thought it was the real Maggie Smith, and I said, call her and see if she can book her on the show. And she said, I never heard of that show.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, Gene. Okay, Gene Raver, join us next time for Match Game 77. Tell you, Tootie, we got a postcard from a lady who said, I love your program, or I don't know what she said, but she signed it Maggie Smith.
It was the lady who was on our show, a contestant named Maggie Smith, who wrote to me and you.
Oh,
But
and
he thought it was the
I
actress.
thought it was the real Maggie Smith, and I said, call her and see if she can book her on the show. And she said, I never heard of that show.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, Gene. Okay, Gene Raver, join us next time for Match Game 77.
Get ready to match the stars. Nipsey Russell, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Anita Gillette, Richard Dawson, and Joanne Worley as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 74. And now here's the star of Match Game 74, Gene Rayburn.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Johnny Goldsman. Dear friends and gentle hearts.
Yes.
How are you? Everyone all right over here?
We're all fine.
Yes. Anyone have anything to say of great importance?
Yes, I've just written a poem.
What is your poem, Nipsey?
Hurricanes are named after women because they work on the very same plan, start up over nothing, make a whole lot of noise, and can't be controlled by man.
That's it. I'm going with the girls.
Yes. Get back up there. Get up there. Get up back up there.
Chauvinistic. I mean,
Listen,
really?
No, I think women should be equal to men instead of so darn superior the way they've been.
Don't try and get out of it now, you creep.
All right, all us male chauvinist pigs will carry on now. If you're all ready, let's say hello to our two players, Nancy Hollingsworth and Phil Perrell. Now, Nancy's won one game, and she's got $100 to her credit, and she's going to be challenged now in this game by this new player. Phil, would you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm an editor. I write about nightclubs and restaurants and travel. I work cheap, and I have a mad, passionate crush on Brett Summers over there.
Really?
Golly, he's got good taste.
All right, we're going to start a brand new game, and we'll see how she treats your answers in a moment or so. But first, we've got to do a little business with you, and here it is. All right, here we go, folks. I'll push this button and ask our challenger, Phil, to make a selection.
I'll take B.
Brand new game.
Okay.
Wayne said, "My brother and I are identical twins. Well, almost identical. He has a blank and I don't." Wayne said, "My brother and I are identical twins." He said, "Well, almost identical. He has a blank and I don't."
Oh, I get it. No,
Splendid.
Charles
Good.
is writing the first
That's
chapter
all
of
right.
his novel up here.
Yeah. Okay. Nipsey, you're the last one.
I know it.
All right, now you're all set. We'll call
What
on
did
Phil.
you say, Dickie?
Wayne said, "My brother and I are identical twins." Well, almost identical. He has a blank and I don't.
Nose.
Wrong! Well, I don't know, right or wrong, Phil. There is no right or wrong here, but nose seems improbable to me. I don't...
Brett probably
Nose?
said that.
Yeah, nose. Yeah.
That's improbable.
Nipsey, what did you say?
almost identical. He has a bald head.
Bald head. One has hair and one doesn't have hair. Brett, how are you going to treat your friend over there?
Oh, well, now that I've found Mr. Right, I just can't tell you how I feel about my answer. I said wart.
A wart. Yeah, wart is a good answer. Charles?
Wasn't a wart, it was a mole on his blank.
Mole. That's the answer the audience had in mind, apparently. A mole. What did you say?
Well, I was gonna say mole, but then I said dimple.
Dimple is a good one. Oh, that's good, too.
Better
and
off
you,
he
sir,
said nose
what
than
say
either.
you?
Well, I was going to say hamster, but I couldn't spell it, so I said mole.
Oh, okay. What did you say?
Well, sure, that's how they told on all the great movies. They would have a hidden mole.
Oh, all right. Yes, of course. All right.
Your mole?
No.
Well, what
I've
the
got
heck?
one
The
right
guy
here
loves Brett, so
somewhere
what do you
like that.
expect?
All right, so, Phil, you didn't score with that. Now let's see how Nancy does with her first round question. You ready, Nancy? Listen to this now. The travel agent said... Hey, you don't want to see my mole.
Yeah, really, I don't
No,
want
I
to
don't
see
want to
it.
see it. No.
Great moles I've seen.
Well, I happen to have one right here, you see.
Oh, it's
Little one there.
Oh, I
yes,
don't want to
right.
see that. That's horrible.
The travel agent said, I can book you on El Cheapo Airlines to Europe for only $10 round trip, but you have to bring your own blank. Travel agent said, I can book you on El Cheapo Airlines to Europe for only $10 round trip, but you have to bring your own blank.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got it. Again, I've got it.
Splendid.
Is it splendid?
Splendid.
Nipsey, you're the last
Okay.
one again.
There you go.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. Okay, here we go. The travel agent said I can book you on El Cheapo Airlines to Europe for only $10 round trip, but you have to bring your own
Pilot.
pilot. Pilot. All right. They're against you. Nipsey, she said pilot.
For once in this week, let me be logical. What is it that you gotta have to make a plane fly that costs a lot of money?
Gas. Okay.
There's a logical group out there that agrees
Right.
with me.
$10 won't get you much, though, on a plane with gas there. What do you say?
I say regardless of race, color, or creed.
Yes.
Nipsey Russell is a male chauvinist pig.
And that's what we want is recognition.
I was a little Victorian in my answer. I said chamber pot.
Chamber pot.
Yes, it's a 6-hour flight, you know.
Right. Charles,
What
your
did you
turn.
say, Alfred?
I said fuel.
Fuel.
See?
Well, her answer is pilot. What is yours?
Well, I don't see how you can get to Europe without $10 without bringing your own plane.
Plane is the answer, right? That's the audience favorite there,
Well, that's
Richard.
funny. I have enough gas to get to Pittsburgh.
Okay, you
Well,
minute.
I agree. The logic is you must bring your own airplane.
Airplane, right. Airplane would have been a good one there. Okay, so we got another tight one going here now. 0-0, both sides there.
You're matching up fine
Right
over
now,
here.
we've got a little message we want you to pay strict attention to. All right, here we go, friends. I'll push a button, reveal our second and final round questions, ask Phil to make a selection.
Let's try B again.
B again.
I did so well.
Yes, he did very well. Cleopatra said, I played poker with Mark Antony last night. And together in unison. And I lost my blank.
Is that
Cleopatra said I played poker with Mark Antony last night and I nearly lost my blank. Oh, goodness.
You get writer's credit.
Yeah. All right, Phil. Nipsey, would you hurry up, please?
I have done it. I went
right,
to
then do
night
it now.
school. I can't write in the daytime.
Phil, Cleopatra said, I played poker with Mark Antony last night, and I nearly lost my blank.
Asp.
Asp. All right.
Nipsey, your answer.
You want to see my what?
They said I nearly lost my asp, she said.
Oh, I see.
Cleopatra said.
Well, I'll let you see my
All
answer.
Brett.
Good gravy. I think we've got some winners here. That's what I said, ask.
Okay. All right, Charles.
I'm a student of Egyptian history.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's her snake.
That's right. Okay. Naturally.
All right. Very well-known quotation. Asp, ye shall receive.
Yes, right.
And here's my ass.
Okay. Well, now, Nancy, you've got to match all 6 to stay in the game. Now, here we go with this.
All together now.
Explodo. Explodo, the human stick of dynamite. Is that the most,
Is
that the most improbable beginning you've ever heard? Explodo, the human stick of dynamite, said, he says, that assistant of mine needs glasses. At the last performance, instead of lighting my fuse, he lit my blank. No. No. Did you hear that, Nancy? I've got to give you a clear reading. Explodo, the human stick of dynamite, said that assistant of mine needs glasses. At the last performance, instead of lighting my fuse, he lit my blank. Now, don't give me those blank stares. It's a perfectly good question.
I think this is right, but I'm not sure.
Okay, the upper tier is ready, and so is the lower tier. Just put it in there, and away we go. Now, you've got to match everyone to stay in the game. Whoops, I'm hung up there. Here we go. Explodo, the human stick of dynamite, said that assistant of mine needs glasses. At the last performance, instead of lighting my fuse, he lit my...
Bottom.
Bottom. The audience, the jury is out on that. She said he lit my bottom.
Yes, my... No, that's from the
That's
last.
the last one.
Yeah.
He lit
Necktie.
my necktie. That does not match, so Phil Perrell wins the game. What do you got up there? Tie, tail, head, stick. Come on now, Phil. So there's $100 for you. Stand by for a moment while we say goodbye to Nancy Hollingsworth. It was great meeting you, Nancy. We've got $100 for you, together with our thanks for joining us here on Match Game 74. Nancy Hollingsworth. Okay. Now, Phil, you see this big thing twirling around here. You know what that means? You're going to have a go at over $5,000. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Break the blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. Next, $250. And third, $100. Which celebrities would you like to get a little help from?
Richard?
Break the bank.
Break the bank, he says. Charles.
Break the bank.
Break the...
Break the time. I want to get it. Break the tie. First.
Break the tie. All right. Now you've got 2. You need 1 more, Phil.
Brett?
Brett.
I wonder why he said that. I wonder why he said that.
Yeah, why'd you say that there, Brett?
Break the record.
Yeah.
That's
Break
the only
the
one
record.
left.
Okay, so you got break the record, break the tie, and break the bank. You may choose one of those, Phil, or think up one of your own. You're a creative fellow, and you ought to be pretty good at making a selection here. What do you say?
Break the bank.
Yeah.
Break the bank. Okay. That's Richard's answer, the one you're looking for. Here we go. Let's find out where it is. Is it under the $100 response? No, it is not. Break the habit is. All right, still looking to break the bank. Is it under the $250 response? It is not. Break the ice. Last chance for break the bank. Here is the $500 response. Break the bank. You got it. Congratulations, Phil.
Now do you like me better than her?
Does he like you better than her now?
No, he still likes her better than
He
me.
still likes her better, huh?
Just as well.
Okay. He can't pass the physical.
Give me a chance.
So you got $500. You now play for 10 times that amount or $5,000. Which celebrity would you like to have a go at here?
Charles.
You want to have a go at Charles? All right, you face me if you would, please. This is for $5,000, Charles. Here it is. This has to be an exact match now. Both of you listen carefully. Blank shooter. Blank shooter. S-H-O-O-T-E-R. Blank shooter.
All right.
Got it?
Okay, all right.
He
It's
is
a
now
dramatic
finished.
moment. I love the scene when it stretches out. Good luck, Phil.
All right. Charles is finished, and now, Phil, you have to give us an answer which you think will match his. How do you fill in that blank shooter?
Pea shooter.
Pea shooter. No? The audience is kind of wishy-washy on that one, too. Let's find out now. For $5,000, Charles, may we see your response?
I'm really sorry. I said sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Good. Okay. Six shooter, straight shooter. A lot of good choices there. Now, Phil, you're going to meet another player in a moment or so and play another game, but first we've got to pause for this message, and here it is, friends. Oh, I was just talking to Phil, and I say, are you aware of the fact that you have $600? That's
great.
Okay, now are you ready to take on another contender?
Yes, sir.
All right, then let's welcome Cindy Friedman. Here she is. Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
Good. You know Phil?
Yes, hi, Phil. Good seeing you.
Now, Cindy will tell us a little bit about herself, if she would, please.
Yes, I'm a high school history teacher, and I'm a native of California, and been happily married for 1 whole year this month.
And you have very pretty dark eyes.
Thank you.
Dark
I
brown.
take them with me wherever I go.
Okay. Cindy, good luck to you. I'll push a button and reveal 2 questions here and ask you to make a selection.
A, please.
A. Are you ready for this?
We're ready for that.
Here we go. One performing seal said to the other, if I see one more blank, I'm going to be sick. One performing seal said to the other, if I see one more blank, I'm going to be sick.
I was the first one.
You were the first, for a change.
Hello, Vicky.
He was second, but close.
Do you know what happens?
Would you
The
like to
pen
sing a
has a
chorus of
numbing
Bella
effect on
Figlia
Charles.
dell'amore while we're waiting for Charles?
No, I already ate.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what that.
Okay. Ready. Here we go. Now, Cindy. One performing seal said to the other, if I see one more blank, I'm going to be sick.
One more fish.
One more fish. Okay. I thought seals like fish. What do you say?
I was sure the teacher would know that seals do like fish, but performing seals balance what on the tips of their nose? That's what I
Ball.
said.
One more ball. Okay. Brett?
Let's make it 2 balls.
Okay. Charles?
Well, since it's a circus act, let's make it 3 balls.
Okay, Anita.
I was gonna say fish because they keep shoving those fish at them, and I thought, but then I changed
like
it to
it,
balls because they really do love the fish.
Okay.
Ball, just
All
one.
right. Okay. Yes, sir? Richard?
We have enough of these things to
your
open
card
a
over.
pawnbroker's shop.
That's
Ball.
right. Okay. That's 5. So it is. 6 times. Wow. All right. Now, Phil, we've got this for you. Here it is. Mrs. Colonel Sanders said... She said no. She said, not many people know this, but the Colonel's blank is shaped like a chicken. She said that. Not many people know this, but the Colonel's blank. Good. Finish.
There's only one answer.
Colonel's blank is shaped like a chicken. All right. Red's finished. Charles finished. And Nipsey is finishing up. And we begin. Phil. Mrs. Colonel Sanders says, not many people know this, but the Colonel's blank is shaped like a chicken.
Tail.
Colonel's tail? I don't know what that means, but mine, not to question why. Nipsey?
The chicken said he may be Colonel Sanders to you, but he's Adolf Eichmann to me.
His beard is shaped like a chicken. Brett?
Heavens, I didn't even know the old colonel had a tail. I said his nose was
Nose is
shaped
shaped like a chicken. No one's come to my answer yet. Charles, what's yours?
I bet, sir, this is your answer. His
is it?
bankroll is
No.
like
No, sir.
Bankroll?
I said his swimming pool. If I were playing this game, I'd say swimming pool. What do you say, little girl?
The proper word is probably his coccyx, but it's his tail, I said.
Well, there's a map, sir.
Yes.
Little girl, would you like some candy? Richard, what did you say?
I happen to know that his neck is
Shaped
shaped
like a chicken there.
all hanging down.
Yeah, all right.
Now, he always wears those big hats cover up his head. It's shaped like a chicken.
Chicken head. Okay. So, there's no end of round one, 1-0 in favor of our current champ, Phil Perrell. And we'll go to round 2 in a bit or so, but right now we've got this for you. Gotcha. Listen, we got to go. Will you come back next time?
Happy to.
All right, good. We'll pick it up right at this point, 1-0. Round 2 coming up. And we thank you. See you again soon. See you next time. See you soon. Charles, will you...
I'm going to sleep.
You're going to sleep.
He's
Okay,
gonna
good night,
sleep
Charles.
all week. Why should he
Try to
change
find
just
a
because
joke.
it's over?
See you soon, right?
No, I'll
See you
never
next time.
return to this
Yeah, you will
place.
return. Say good night, Charles.
Good night,
Next time when we get together, we're going to have these celebrities for you.
Robert Morse, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Adrienne Barbeau, Richard Dawson, and Fanny Flagg.
Gene Rayburn for Match Game 74. Join us next time. Goodbye.
Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations. This program was edited for broadcast. Nipsey Russell, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Lee Meredith, Richard Dawson, thank you, and Joyce Beulah-Fox as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rayburn.
Johnny Olsen and friends. All right, shall we do it one more time?
I think we should.
Okay, let's begin by saying hello to Marty Minton and Bev Owens. Marty's our current champion here. She's won a pretty good bundle of money, $3,450. What are you going to do with all that loot, Marty?
Pay for my wedding.
Pay for your wedding? Have you got a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Not yet, but now she has the money. It'll be
That's
no
right.
problem.
Buy anyone you want for $3,000 these days, eh? Okay, we're in the middle of round one. Bev, you've had your question, and you matched three of our celebrities, and your question is yet to come. That'll happen in 1 minute and 4 9/10 seconds, right? Here we go. Here's your question, Marty. Just in the nick of time. Everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
The Egyptian sheik is so rich.
How rich is he?
I'll tell you how rich he is.
Once a week, he has a man come in to dust under his blank. He's so rich, once a week he has a man come in to dust under his blank.
Oh, I have the most wonderful answer.
Well, then write it down.
I don't think I can.
Oh, yes, you can.
I know how to spell it.
The sheik.
The sheik from Egypt?
Yes, he was a rich man. Well, he doesn't necessarily. Yeah, he was Egyptian. They have sheiks in Egypt, don't they? Don't they? I'm asking an audience. I'm speaking to you. Listen to me.
How chic?
Yes, how chic can you be? Charles. Oh, Charles is finished. I'm sorry. Brett is the one.
Are we all waiting for
We're
me?
all waiting for you, Brett. Your mind is not even going.
You're wrong. Mine's already gone. First thing to go.
Okay, Marty Minton. The Egyptian sheik is so rich. Would you like to know how rich he is?
I guess so.
Ask me then.
Okay, how rich is he?
I'll tell you. Once a week, he has a man come in to dust under his blank.
Under his pyramid?
Under his pyramid. That's pretty good. Isn't that pretty good? That's not bad at all. This Egyptian is so rich, he has a man come in and dust under a week under his pyramid.
Speaking of money, tell that lady with all that money and no husband, she can take me home, keep me for 30 days. If nobody calls for me, I'm hers.
Okay.
To dust under his camel.
His camel. Okay.
In spite of the buzzer, I got a crowd.
All right. No, that's not bad. Camel's good. Pyramid is good, too. Brett, what'd you say?
You know what Fanny does when she has a really terrible answer?
What?
She gives it like a winner, right? She says, elephant!
Yeah. It's really rotten.
In Egypt?
Yeah, but if you say it with a lot of bravado, people think it's good. Charles?
I said the same as Nipsey. A camel.
A camel. Right. So you got 2 camels and 1 elephant, but no pyramid. Well, I don't know. I guess we got a pyramid here, but go ahead, Dave.
Well,
Show us yours, if you please.
I think my countries were mixed up, but it was something that's lying down a lot. A harem.
A harem. Once a week, he has a man come in and dust under his harem.
Sunk down to her other parts, have they?
Yes. All right, Richard.
Not wanting to get on the wrong side of Lee. Son of harem.
Oh, harem. 2 harems there. Okay, Joyce.
Get on, Richard.
Show and tell.
Good news.
Could I go home now?
No, come on now. Show your share.
There's trouble in the Middle East already.
If it's really bad, you'll get a better one next time. Now, don't worry about
I
it.
hope so.
Not necessarily.
I said to dust under his arms.
Under his arm. Well, I mean to tell you, that is rich to have someone come up there and go ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Okay.
I love that answer, Joyce.
That's none for
Thank
you.
dear.
And 3 for you. And T for 2. Now, what do you say?
I'll try B.
B. All right, 3 people play this time. Charles lays out, Lee and Richard all lay out. This is for Nipsey, Brett, and Joyce.
I want to lay out with Charles.
No.
Explain how we lay out.
Alex, not necessary. Do not distract the star from his appointed rounds.
Okay.
There wasn't much news yesterday, so on last night's CBS News, there was 20 minutes of Walter Cronkite playing with his blank. 20 minutes of Walter Cronkite playing with his blank.
I love it. I'm crazy
You don't
about it.
Promise.
I lay out with Richard and the other.
No. You've got to do this now because those are the rules of the game.
My mother won't let me do this show
Now listen,
anymore.
just imagine Walter Cronkite.
I am.
Sitting there on camera, you see, and he's run out of news. So he's staring at the camera.
What would you play with?
Come on now. It's easy. This is a very easy one. Very easy.
Nice Joyce is all ready for bed. She has her yummies on.
You ready, Nip?
Show them the coffee stains.
Leave
on
her
the
alone now.
cups.
Leave her alone.
Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry. Oh, see how cranky he gets when he wears orange?
You made me hurt my tennis elbow.
I'll rub it for you later in Encino.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ready. Here we go. Bev Owens.
Wasn't much news yesterday, so on last night's CBS News, there was 20 minutes of Walter Cronkite playing with his blank.
Okay, cameraman.
Cameraman, huh? I just have one just have one neat thing to say. Eat your heart out, Walter Cronkite. Well, that'll cost us $52, but it was worth it. All right. Are you participating in this or not?
I
Yes,
don't
you
know.
are.
I don't
Yes,
think
you
so.
are. It doesn't say don't right up there. She says 20 minutes of Walter Cronkite playing with his cameraman. What do you say?
I was never quite as smart as Walter Cronkite, and I didn't see the cameraman. He was playing with his microphone.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. Just sat there fiddling with his microphone or his script or whatever. What do you say?
I say, how come the panelists are cuter, more clever, smarter, brighter? I mean, the contestants, how come they're better than the panelists? Where does it say she's supposed to be funny?
Well, she is. She is funny.
Well, you just have to admit certain things. I said he was playing with his notes.
With his notes. That's a good answer. A script,
You know, you have your little notes there.
Yeah, and he just kept looking at him and faking time. All right, Charles.
Fortunately, I'm not playing.
Oh, you're not playing. Oh, the two of you and he later. Oh, we come to you. Here you are. You're on.
I behaved. I said with his bulletin.
With his bulletin. Okay. Playing with his bulletin. So, here we are in the middle of round 2. Your question will be long in a moment. That means you'll have to match 3 of our celebrities to tie, 4 to win. But before that happens, we've got this message for you. Here it is.
I stay
Hello
all
there.
year round.
We're just having a serious discussion here. We were talking about
Dr.
French
Schweitzer.
philosophers of the 18th century.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
exactly. All right, Marty, are you ready? Okay, remember, you got to match 3 to tie, 4 to win. Susie said, my husband treats me like dirt. Last night he attacked me with a blank. My husband treats me like dirt. Last night he attacked me with a blank.
Oh, I got it. Oh, honey, that's fine.
Very well done. You're very quick. Very quick.
Don't be deceived by her body.
You don't call you call that a body? What?
No, that is a body. And
Yes.
Brett, you have just as beautiful a body as Lee.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that? Yes, Charles.
Except I'd give it back because you're wrinkling it.
That's the old joke. You see, it's my job to straight for him, and you know what he does when we get off camera? He says, you didn't pick the cue up fast enough.
Okay, here we go with Marty Minton. Susie said, my husband treats me like dirt. Last night he attacked me with a...
A hoe.
A hoe?
A hoe?
A hoe?
A hoe.
Are you born on a farm, honey? Are you a little farm girl?
No.
No? She said a hoe. Hoo-ha. A hoe. Nipsey?
Well, see, you got mad with me because I didn't say cow a while ago. When you see dirt, how do you get rid of it? You attack it with a broom.
With a broom? Or a shovel?
Right.
Or something like that. What do you say?
And as far as putting Brett down all the time, good-looking women are a dime a dozen. Brett's a novelty.
May we see your answer, madam? Jalula.
What, darling?
Would you please show us your answer?
Well, you see, Nipsey's still back in the 18th century.
Yeah.
Where they used brooms. Today they use vacuum cleaners.
Vacuum cleaner. Sure.
You have a point.
There's another vacuum cleaner. You got to match the 3 remaining celebrities, Marty, to stay in the game. Hoe is the answer she's looking for. Lee Meredith, what do you say?
Shovel.
A shovel. What do you have there? Vacuum cleaner and bulldozer. Okay, come on down, Dad. You win it. Congratulations. You got $100 now, and we'll see how much more you can win in a moment or so. But right now, we got to say goodbye to Marty Minton. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I see you've got your souvenir good luck card there. And how much? $3,450.
Great.
Marty Minton, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Now just hang on. Let's step down stage here a little more so we can see what's going on here. We polled a recent studio audience, Bev, and we got their best response to this. Blank chip. Now, the answer that group gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. $250 the middle. $100 the third one. Whom do you call on here?
Richard.
What do you say, Richard?
Potato chip.
Potato chip. Okay, there's one.
Charles.
Charles.
Poker chip.
Poker chip.
Brett.
Brett.
Oh, golly, that wonderful movie, Goodbye, Mr. Chip.
Goodbye, Mr. Chip.
Goodness, it was Goodbye, Mr. Chip. Oh, well, potato chips is it anyway.
The old block. It was a one-reeler. Goodbye, Mr. Chip. It was... Okay. So you've got Goodbye, Mr. Chip.
I'm going to kill myself.
Every year,
No, give me a knife. I'll kill her.
And potato chip. Do you want one of those winners, or have you got a better one of your own?
I'll take potato chip.
You take potato chip. We'll find out if it's up there, and if so, where. We'll look for potato chip by revealing, if you will, sir, please, the $100 response. Chocolate chip. Is that what you were thinking of, audience?
Goodbye, Mr. Chocolate Chip.
You goodbye, Mr. Chocolate.
You've offended Nipsey.
I want you to know I resemble that.
Okay, pay attention now. She's looking for potato chip. Is it under the $250 response? Yes, it is. Congratulations to you, Bevel. Okay. Now, Bev, you got the $250. Before we find out whether you're going to win the $2,500 or not, let's find out. What do you think is under there? Fish and chip.
Goodbye, Mr. Chip.
It's goodbye, Mr. Fish and Chip. That's it. May we see it, Earl? Blue chip. Did anybody think of blue chip? Now, be honest.
No, nobody thought that.
Nobody thought of that one. Amy, that was a tough one. You got the... You
Use
had
blue poker chips.
No.
That's not.
No.
Now, to collect the $2,500, remember you have to match one of them head-to-head. Exactly. Which one will it be?
I'll try Richard again.
Okay, Richard. It's your turn.
I'm sick of Richard.
You're the only one that hasn't attacked you. You old crocodile.
Are you ready? Yeah. This is worth $2,500. Here we go. Blank bottle. B-O-T-T-L-E. Blank bottle. Okay, he's finished. Bev Owens, what do you say to match him for $2,500? Blank bottle.
I drew a blank.
Drew blank? Well, you got to give us an answer. Bottle. B-O-T-T-L-E. Hey, look at the word. Maybe that'll suggest something to you. There it is.
That's awful when you drop it.
Empty bottle.
Empty bottle. Okay.
Well, don't knock it. He may have it.
Yes. He might have drawn a blank, too. Richard, may we see it, please, for $2,500?
Thanks, Brett. He may have it. Baby's bottle.
Baby's bottle. Milk bottle.
Beer bottle.
Beer bottle. Spin the bottle.
Whiskey bottle.
Whiskey bottle? No.
Spin the bottle.
Okay, Bev Owens, for $350. You'll meet another player in a moment or so, but right now we're going to meet this commercial message.
Today's consolation prizes are Presto's continuous clean roller oven, a versatile double-duty appliance that cleans yourself while you cook. Portable, plugs in anywhere from Presto. And treat your kids to a good hot nourishing dish from the supplier Franco-American Spaghetti or SpaghettiOs. They only cost about 15 cents per serving. And a supply of K2R Spot Lifter. When spots happen, don't rub them in. Lift them out quickly, easily, and safely with K2R Spot Lifter. Gene Rayburn and his celebrity guests return with Match King 75 in a minute.
Come along now. Follow me. Walk this way and say hello to Cindy Stanton. Charles, would you applaud, please?
If you can wake him up, you can get him to applaud.
Her shirt reminds me of the money I've lost in Vegas.
That's right. That's what are those? Lemons and fruit and cherries and all kinds of stuff. Where's Cindy Stanton from?
I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Yep. I work at the police department.
Here or there?
No, in Oklahoma City.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a report clerk. I type up the reports when the officers make arrests.
Uh-huh. You married?
No.
Fool around?
Yeah.
I'm against the wall.
All right, you may frisk me. Okay, good luck to Cindy Stanton. Here we go. Now, Cindy, please make a selection.
A, please.
A it is. New game, everybody plays. The Godfather's wife said, my earlobes are all bent out of shape because when I didn't have any earrings, the Godfather hung a pair of blanks on my ears. That's what the Godfather's wife said. My ears are all out of shape because when I didn't have any earrings, the Godfather hung a pair of blanks on my ears. See? Bing.
Dancing after the ball.
Did you hear all that? Lady said my earlobes are all bent out of shape because when I didn't have any earrings, the Godfather hung a pair of blanks on my ears. All right. Lower tier is ready, upper tier.
Well, I'm ready. I'm just checking their answers.
Just write something, Charles.
Charles can't do it. He's taking a nap.
Now we are ready for Cindy Stanton. The Godfather's wife said, my earlobes are all bent out of shape because when I didn't have any earrings, the Godfather hung a pair of blanks on my ears.
Nails. I can't.
Really? Nails, eh? She drew a blank on that one and said nails, but she said something, and that's okay. Nipsey?
Well, I'll be very careful what I say. I don't think we ought to joke about the Godfather. We Sicilians ought to stick together.
Right.
I think you hung a pair of guns.
The Godfather. Brett?
You tell her not to worry. When she gets to the second round, she's going to be terrific. She's like, she takes a little time to warm up. All the good ones do.
Yeah.
I said pistols.
Pistols? Nails is what she's looking for, Charles.
Of course.
Well, when he didn't have enough money to buy her earrings. Hello, darling.
Hello.
When he didn't have enough money to buy her earrings, he was young and starting out. Wouldn't that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. So, in the beginning, he hung hubcaps.
Hubcaps. Right.
I think that's wonderful answer.
I do too.
Nails is what Cindy Stanton is. The Godfather hung a pair of nails on my ears. What'd she say? What do you say?
You know that hole where you put your finger on the guns?
Yeah, the trigger. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it right there, eh? Okay. That'll bend them out of shape. Hang a pair of guns. Revolvers. Got guns all over the place today. What do you say, Joyce?
Machine guns.
Machine gun. That'll bend them pretty good. Okay, now, Bev, we've got a question for you, but not right now. Right now, we have this message for you. You don't mean it's all over?
Well, you guys can go home. I'm going to sit here and play.
Yeah, I think I'll just sit here, too. And thank you all for your participation.
It has been a
It was
pleasure.
just splendid. Now, the next time all of us are gathered here together on this dais, these are the people, the pleasure of whose company we will have.
Johnny Brown, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Chris Stewart, Richard Dawson, and Marshall Wallace.
Team Rayburn Match Game 75. Join us next time. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for musical chairs next over most of the CBS stations. Get ready to match the stars. Nipsey Russell, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley. From Vegas, Judy Lander. From MASH, Gary Berghoff. And Betty White. As we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM, Gene Rayburn.
Hello there, Johnny Olsen. Thank you. Thank you. You're very kind.
Just for
And you're-
showing up.
That's just for
Standing
showing up.
ovation.
It was gutsy of me to show up, wasn't it? Listen.
So
it was. Thank you. You're a handsome bunch. Spangles and blue denims?
Yes, sir.
Well.
Spangles and denims.
Now, don't make me giggle. Let's get down. Let's be serious
Yes,
now.
sir. She's wearing her biblical gown.
That's right.
Lo and behold.
Yeah, of course. Shall we greet our two civilians over here? Would you like to meet the civilians?
We would.
Dennis Weber and Vicky Ruxtalis. Now we want to find out a little bit about each of you before we begin. Vicky, we'll begin with you. You may tell us anything you wish about the story of your life.
Well, I work in public relations for a large savings and loan, and I live in Santa Ana. I'm going to be married in December.
Well, best wishes to you, my dear. That's good. Good luck to you, Vicky. And you, Dennis?
I'm a vice president and manager of a large California bank.
A savings and loan?
And look at this.
No. Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. They're both wearing their bankers' uniforms.
Yes, you betcha. And it's out in Westwood, and I live in Arcadia and have a wife and 2 children.
Okay, we're happy to have both of you here.
And a mortgage.
Here on Match Game PM, each of you will have 3 opportunities to match as many of the dingbats as you possibly can. And the one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner, and that person will go on to play the big money super match, which can pay off over $20,000. So let's get to it. Vicky, you want A or B?
B, please.
Vicky says she wants B. We're off and running. Here it is. Angela said, before we got married, I told my husband that when it came to his work, I never stand in his way. That's because he's a blank. I told my husband that when it came to his work, I'd never stand in his way, and that's because he's a blank. Vicky. Angela said before we got married, I told my husband that when it came to his work, I'd never stand in his way. That's because he's a blank.
Truck driver?
Very good, Vicky. I think that's a good one, don't you? Yeah, I agree with you. Truck driver.
I'd hate to show you what I discarded. I had knife thrower in mind. But
Knife thrower is a good one. Oh, you got truck driver. You like that even better. No, a knife thrower is a good one. There are a lot of good possibilities
Sure
here.
there are. What about a nice, cute, adorable, darling bus driver?
Bus driver. It's close to truck driver.
Why are you bullying me, for heaven's sake?
Bus driver's a very good one.
It's an excellent. Tell them, hon.
No, you know what it is. They watch this program from home, and they've heard other audiences boo, and they think they have to come here and boo. You don't have to come here and boo. I'll tell you when to boo.
I've watched the show from home.
Yes.
Do you get the impression that Brett's summers are fading into fall faster?
It was a nice try, though. Okay, Chuck. Yes.
She hasn't been the same since she was on Starship Galactica, whatever the name of that is. Bus driver.
Bus driver.
No, they don't, because I'm adorable. They love my image.
Here, speaking of adorable, here
You've been
she
a
is.
wreck all week.
I never stand anywhere. That's because he's a
Carpenter, and he hammers.
carpenter.
Well, Vicky, you see who your friends are, don't you?
Now, wait a minute. Hold on now. You booed a fairly good answer. As a matter of fact, a very good answer from Brett. Now, just because she's... You wouldn't boo her. She comes up with a rotten answer, and you wouldn't boo her, would you?
You can't believe it? Oh, I see.
They're stupefied.
They are. Hello there, Gary. You're up.
Oh, thank you
Whether
very
you
much.
like it or not.
And it's certainly a joy being here. I said truck driver.
Why not? You and me, Gary.
When it came to his work, I'd never stand his way. That's because he's a...
Truck driver.
Okay. Now, let's see what we got for dinner.
Well, you matched the Bright group anyway.
102-year-old Mr. Periwinkle just married old lady Purvis.
Oh, I love this.
It was the first time a couple ever got married in a blank. Okay, Dennis. 102-year-old Mr. Periwinkle just married old lady Purvis. They've been going together for a long time. 87 years. It was the first time a couple ever got married in a blank.
Old folks' home.
Old folks' home.
Don't boo me.
You got something against old people?
Yes. Old folks' home is what he said.
They were in the old folks' home, but
Yeah.
they had a beat. First time a couple ever got married in a rocking chair.
Rocking chair's a good one.
It's not true.
It's
A bad
Let the
taste
audience decide.
sweepstakes award. It is not true. It is a lie. It's not. They wanted to be very close to the source in case an accident happened. They got married in a funeral parlor.
Oh.
Don't you boo me?
She's on the verge, so leave her alone.
She's been over the verge for
I
so
have
long.
been.
I wasn't talking about that verge. Yes.
Goodson and Todman personally told me about 3 to 4 months and then... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is another bad taste award in a coma.
In a coma. First time a couple ever got married in a coma.
Thought it was easy, didn't you, Dennis?
Yeah.
I did.
Now, Judy, what do you have to say to all this?
I have an old age home.
An old age home. How did you ever do that? Yes, Gary.
I don't know a lie. I did it with my
I
little
don't know
hatchet.
what all this talk is about Brett and age and the going Betty and Brett always going at it. I mean, I don't know two more lovely and charming people. I've never met two more lovely, charming. Excuse me. Well, anyway, here we go, folks. Wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
Hollywood. That's that. I may not have the answer, but I got all the songs.
All right. Now we come to you, Miss Betty.
Yes, we do. We're
Now,
down to her.
it's going to take a little tolerance here because I could be bucking for their award. In a love casket for two.
Oh. Okay, so there we are.
I know that.
And she wouldn't hurt a dog or a cat.
That's right. 3-1 the score in favor of Vicky. That's the end of round one. Round two coming up right after this. Let us proceed now to round two. And Vicky, since you're ahead, we'll ask you to go first, A or B.
A.
All right. Nipsey, you do not play. The two of you do not play.
I want to play.
Ralph said that mortician must have been a cook. Today I looked in a casket and the deceased was covered with blank. Okay. That's okay.
Go under the table, yeah.
Okay,
Go
Chuck.
Under the table.
Charlie Brown, get up here.
Oh, come on. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Isn't that a gentle soul?
Ralph said that mortician must have been a cook. Today I looked in a casket and the deceased was covered with blank.
He was covered with ketchup.
Ketchup. Okay. What'd you say, Brett?
I tried to keep it simple and uncomplicated. I figured there were no gourmet cooks around.
Right.
I just did the simple salt and pepper.
Little salt and pepper. Accidentally.
Got one more boo and there's
Yes,
going to be
right.
trouble.
Yes.
Gravy, mushrooms, and parsley.
Okay. Okay, Judy, she's looking for a little ketchup.
Gravy.
Simple gravy. Didn't get any ketchup there at all. There, now, Dennis, you can catch up a little bit here yourself. Thank you. The sporting goods store owner said, "Let me tell you what my biggest selling item is. It's a blank with Howard Cosell's picture on it." You don't play because you matched him in the first round. Ready? Dennis, the sporting goods store owner said, "Let me tell you what my biggest selling item is. It's a blank with Howard Cosell's picture on it."
Punching bag.
Punching bag. Now that I hear it, I think it's pretty good. But that's not what the first thing I thought of was. What did you think of right off the bat?
Something entirely different.
So die.
Dartboard.
Dartboard's what I thought of, too. Right in the nose, Howard.
The way you feel about Howard Cosell, I should think you'd like punching bag better than you like dartboard.
Oh. Yes?
I think we should give Howard Cosell equal time over the years, what we've done to him.
I don't.
I really do. But there's only one problem.
What's that?
The network won't be on that long. Dartboard.
So far, we have 3 dartboards. Judy's
thought
does not play.
everybody
That
would
means we
have
come to you, Gary. It's a
Oh, we
picture.
do, eh?
It's a blank with Howard Cosell's picture on it.
Oh, well, I didn't say anything but Target.
You said Target. That is not a punching bag. And last chance to get a punching bag out of Betty White.
I wish I could, but I just said your basic ball.
Something to hit with a
Well,
bat.
you said football or
kick
volleyball.
or whatever.
I'd just be
Then.
generic.
All right, we'll go to round 3 now. Vicky, you're still ahead. We'll ask you to go first again.
A, please.
Okay. This is it.
I don't get to play this time either.
You don't get played this time. You two do not play.
Sure.
Here we go.
Man, I want to play.
Contracula said, "I've just developed a terrible habit. Every night I bite my own blank." All right. Count Dracula said, "I've just developed a terrible habit. Every night I bite my own blank." Neck, she says. Neck, she says. Okay, very good. What do you say?
Quick as a flash, that little girl said neck.
Neck. One for her.
And the chips are down, folks.
Yes. Okay.
One more neck.
Okay, one more neck.
Tongue.
Tongue. Bite your tongue for saying that.
Now, why we didn't get a boo?
Why did you not say neck?
Don't worry
Because
about
when
it. That was an easy
talking
one.
about it, I kept seeing your tongue.
Oh.
So I figured he bites his tongue.
I see. Okay. Hello, Dennis. You ready?
Oh, yes.
Gloria said,
She certainly did.
"My husband treats plants like they're human. Last night he took my begonia to blank."
My husband.
My husband treats plants like they're human. You've read those books, Plants Are People.
Talk to your plants and sing them a song.
Last night he took my begonia to blank. Let's go, Brett.
Okay.
Gloria said, "My husband treats plants like they're human. Last night he took my begonia to blank."
A show.
Is that an expression of disapproval? They had a date. What's wrong with having a date with a begonia?
Sometimes the phraseology employed here does alter one's attitude. When you said night, I thought of he took my begonia to bed.
Did you think of that? I did. And you rejected it. Okay, now you got to match everybody else here, Dennis, to stay in the game. Brett?
Oh, Dennis. He was so crazy about this little begonia. He wanted to marry her, but he was already married. But he did just take her off to bed.
All right, that means Vicky wins the game. What the rest of you have? Rod. And we'll say goodbye to Dennis Weber. Pleasure to meet you, sir, and I'll run into you in Westwood one of these days. In the meantime, we're going to send you some gifts. Blank checks and all kinds of things like that. Here's a little message for you. Watch this now. Pay attention. Now, Vicky's up here to have a go at the really big money. You could win over $20,000 here. And to do that, we have 2 audience matches for you. And we'll go with the first one here. I point out to you, whatever you win in these audience matches will be multiplied by 10, and that's the final dollar figure that you'll be playing for. We polled the studio audience and said, write down your best answer to this. Gary Blank, $500 for matching their most popular answer. For matching the second most popular, $250. And then for matching the third, $100. 3 of our 6 stars will give you some assistance.
Nipsey Russell?
Yes. Oh, looking at that spelling, I think I would say Gary Moore.
All right. I just want to caution everybody. Sometimes the audiences don't, pay much real close attention to spelling. But Gary Moore is his response.
Charles.
I don't know whatever happened to him. Gary Berghoff.
Gary Berghoff. All right.
Betty.
Gary Player.
Gary Blair.
Player.
Oh, Gary Player. Oh, the golfer, yes, the Australian fellow.
He's really a
So you have
popular
Gary Player,
favorite,
Gary
though.
Moore, and Gary Berghoff are the 3 they've given you. You may choose one of those or give us one of your own. What is your pleasure, Vicky?
I'll go with Gary Berghoff.
Really? Where shall we go?
Gary Berghoff is the one she chose. That's the one we're looking for. Let's look at the list over there and begin with the $100 number. Right off the bat, you get Gary Berghoff. Okay. Now, just for curiosity's sake, let's see what we got on the $250 number. Cooper is there.
Then it's
All
got
right.
Gary Moore.
You think it's Gary Moore?
It certainly ain't Indiana.
You think it's Gary Moore? It ain't Gary, Indiana? Right. All right, go. Gary Moore. Okay.
But thanks anyway.
Vicky, you've won $100, which means the least you can play for is 10 times that amount, or $1,000. Now let's see if you're going to win more here, and we hope you do with your second audience match. Look Me Blank. All right?
Brett.
Look me over.
Okay.
Charles.
Look. I know, dear.
Well, sometimes he looks so glazed, you try and help out.
You are throwing a stone regarding glaze. Look me in the eye.
Nipsey.
If you're ever in my neighborhood, look me up.
Look me up. Look me in the eye and look me over are the 3. You want one of those, or have you got a better idea?
Look me over.
Okay. That's Brett's answer. Hey, look me over. Okay, may we see the $100 number? Look me up is Nipsey's number. All right, let's see if we got to look me over under the next one, please. Look me in the eye.
Looks good for you. Looks good.
Okay, it does look good for you. Here we go with the big one. Slide it. Yeah! Good for you. Now, Vicky, you won another $500. Multiplied by 10 makes $5,000. And we add that to the $1,000 that you won previously, which means that at least you'll be playing for is $6,000. However, you can double that stake if you have a lucky spin of the star wheel. Here it is. You must make one complete revolution with it. If it stops anywhere in the gold star area, you've doubled your money. Here we go. All right. If the blue light stays on, it's a double. That'll mean $12,000. A little more. Let's go there. Attaboy, Nipsey. All right, come on back here now. Now, Vicky, you did double it. You will be playing for $12,000. Good luck to you. Here it is. Jury Blank. That's J-U-R-Y. Jury Blank. Jury Blank.
Okay, now he's finished, Vicky. If you give us the answer that he's written on that card, you get $12,000. Jury
Duty.
There are a couple, 2 or 3 good ones here. Jury duty was one of them. What did you say, Nipsey?
Yeah, but when you're talking about a trial, you think of the verdict. And that's
Jury
part
verdict?
of jury duty.
Jury
Who's that out there?
That's my fiance and my brother and a good friend of mine.
Yeah, we're all very happy for you and Vicky, too. And while she's celebrating, we'll spend this message or two just for you. There's a souvenir card for you.
This lady's very excited. She's got lots of money to her credit. We're very happy for her. We hope you'll join us next week when we hope to give away more money and have more fun with more wonderful celebrities like these here on Match Game PM. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game PM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Get ready to match the stars. Jimmy Walker, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Dolly Martin, Bill Daly, and Deborah Lee Scott as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM, Gene Rayburn.
Well me. Hello, John. Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Ready, all?
Oh,
One
yeah.
and all? The great philosopher is lighting his pipe up there in the corner. Charles?
And blowing his smoke at me.
You can blow your smoke at me anytime. Uh-oh.
You're married, though. She's divorced. Hiya, baby.
I'm single. You can blow your smoke. Never.
What do you say we greet our 2 players here, Earl Jones and Maurice Krupa? Welcome. Let's get acquainted. Maurice, please tell us about yourself.
Okay, I'm originally from a very small town in Pennsylvania.
How small is it?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Where?
It's so small. It's just outside Erie, Erie. So I moved to California.
How far from Stroudsburg?
Where?
I'm from a small
Do you
town.
mind if I
Pretty far.
conduct the interview, Deborah Lee? Really? Go ahead.
Okay, and right
Small
now...
town outside of Erie.
Yes, and now I'm living in Orange County, California, and getting into the California scene just fine.
Do you work?
Oh, I try not to, but I have to
Oh.
every once in a while. I'm what you call a jack of all trades and a master of none.
All right. Maurice, good luck to you here.
Thank you.
Earl, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I'm originally from Rochester, New York. San Diego's been home. Got some out there.
You live in San Diego.
San Diego's been home for the last few years. I'm a flight attendant with the major airlines. I spent my summer in Chicago
I was furloughed, and it was getting a little bit too cold in Chicago, so I headed back for the beach.
There you are. Still on furlough.
Hopefully for maybe another month or two, and then back to work.
Here's a guy's out of work, and he's glad. Well, now, here's the way it is on Match Game PM. You'll each have 3 chances to match as many of our stars as you can. One who's done that most often, the end of the third round will be the winner. Go out and play the big money super match. You can pay off over $20,000. Wow. Mary.
B, please.
She said B. You said B, didn't you?
I did say B.
All right. Alice said, I almost married the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, crap.
But when my parents came to his valley to meet him, he blanked them. Right. Yeah, sure. He likes it. Maurice. Alice said, I almost married the Jolly Green Giant, but when my parents came to the valley to meet him, he blanked them.
I have 2 answers, and
The
they're
first
both
one you
really
say.
good. Okay.
They're both really good.
Canned.
He canned them. That's a good one. What was the other one?
Stepped on.
Her second choice was stepped on.
No.
Well, you know, he was enormous, and he just didn't see him there. But canned is her answer. What do you say, Jimmy?
I said for Orange County, watered them.
He watered them.
Yes.
All right.
I about had enough out of this audience out here.
What do you...
Quote an old comedian, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Right.
Hopefully.
Now,
What does Indian woman say?
Indian woman say, blow it out your ear, white man.
We're such a cultured bunch here, it frightens me sometimes.
Is Ms. Krupa any relation to
Gene
Krupa?
Krupa?
I don't know.
No.
Everyone always asks me that, and I still haven't found out.
All right.
Probably somewhere
Why don't you
along
call
the way.
home, sugar, one of these?
No, I was thinking more, you know, I'm very heavy into gardening, as you can tell by my hands. I said he pruned them.
He pruned them. So far, no can. She came up with a nifty answer, and nobody's cooperating with her.
Pruned is wonderful, darling. You pruned
I'm
flat.
talking to Charles. I am speaking to Charles. I'm conducting a little
wait a
colloquy here.
I'm really serious, because
You think you have a match?
I think so.
Okay.
Can.
Don't fight. Don't fight with the judges. Almost married the Jolly Green Giant, but when he came to the valley, called to meet my parents, he blanked them. What do you say?
He ate them.
He ate them. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. A little salt and pepper, skewer them a little bit over a...
Skewer?
Skewer them over a low flame for 45 minutes. What do you say, Bill?
I said he peed them.
String beans, asparagus, whatever you say. Deborah Lee?
Couldn't follow.
Yeah.
I said, can.
All right.
Aha! 2 for Marie. Now, let's see what we have for Earl Jones here. The man at the employment office said to Phil, "You mumble when you speak, and I can't understand a word you say. But I have found the perfect job for you. Starting Monday, you go to work as a blank." That's what we're waiting for. Now we're ready. The man at the employment office said to Phil, "You mumble when you speak, and I can't understand a word you say, but I found the perfect job for you. Starting Monday, you go to work as a blank."
It's a tough one. I think I'll go with singer.
A singer. That would be difficult. It's a round 1 question. What do you say?
It's a lifetime furlough, Earl. This is, I used to be one of these, and there's many different things. They call themselves communicators, media counselors, DJs, radio announcers.
DJ. All right. That's a good answer. What have you got?
Indian woman say she freezing her blanks off up here. But it's all right, because, she also read. Radio announcer.
Radio announcer. Another good one.
Close. I'm sorry. Actor.
Close. All right, Earl Jones said singer. Dolly, what do you say? Starting Monday, I found the perfect job for you. You go to work as a...
Howard Cosell's speech coach. He gave that to me, I gotta tell you.
Well, I wanted to give you a little more, but we're on the air. No, just kidding. Oh, game show host.
I was thinking of another game show.
Yes,
Richard
ma'am.
Dawson.
Deborah Lee.
I said politician.
Politician. So there we are at the end of round one. She's ahead, 2-0. Round two coming up. We still have some catching up to do. Now this for you. Are we having a good time?
Oh, great.
Good.
Great.
All right, here we go to round two. Maurice, you're ahead, so that means you have to go first.
B again.
All right?
It's good for me last
Charles
time.
does not play. Deborah Lee does not play. The rest of you, please respond to this.
Why not?
Gertrude has the worst body in the world. On her wedding night, as soon as she started to undress, her new husband said, "Give me a blank."
Oh, I want to play.
You want to play? All right, give an answer to Brett. That's it. Maurice.
You knew what.
Gertrude has the worst body in the world. On her wedding night, as soon as she started to undress, her new husband said, "Give me a blank."
So many that's going through my mind. Sack.
A sack.
Cover up with.
What else went through your mind?
Break.
Give me a
Went
break.
through. Sorry.
I think the audience has just told you something.
I think so too.
And me being a person who's loved by the audience and Americana, break.
Give me a break.
Living.
All right. What do you say?
Boy, oh boy, the poor little devil. Each time she took off a piece of clothing, he kept saying, "Give me a break! Give me a break! Give me a break!"
What have you got for us, Dolly?
Give me a break.
Oh, boy, would that have worked for you? Your second thought. We
Give
tell
me
you.
a station break right here.
A
Get out of this
station
job.
break, right.
Get out of this thing.
Now, let's see if Earl can catch up. He's 2 points behind
Okay.
here. Frank said,
Sinatra.
no, just any old Frank. He said, at the picnic, the Tartaglia brothers were a real mess because they took the pizzas and used them as blanks. Tartaglia brothers were a real mess because they took the pizzas and used them as blanks. Perfect. Are you ready? I'm ready. Frank said at the picnic, the Tartaglia brothers were a real mess because they took the pizzas and used them as blanks.
Frisbees.
Frisbee.
I'm not going to win him this way.
Okay, Jimmy, baby.
Look like your plane is coming in, Earl. Frisbee.
Yes, ma'am?
If he hadn't said Frisbee, I intended to crack him upside the head. Frisbee!
All right, that's 2 for him. Score's tied 2-2.
My mother doesn't let me play with them, Uncle Gene, because it could hurt my eyes. That laid there. Frisbee.
I thought you were going to follow it up, or I would have tried to cover you, Charles. Yes, Dolly.
Regardless of Deborah Lee's answer,
Yes.
she thinks that Earl's cute, and Earl thinks that Deborah Lee
I'm
is
so
cute. And
embarrassed.
being a matchmaker, Frisbees.
Frisbee. And poor Bill Daly's in the middle.
Yeah, this is the worst answer I've ever given.
No, it's not.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
you can do
You've got
better.
a history,
You can do worse if you
sweetheart.
try.
See, I was listening to the word mess, and I got hung up on that word mess. This is really bad. I'm sorry about this in front of my family and everybody on television. Gunny sack race is really...
A gunny sack race.
You see, the pizza's
Not
inside
only-
the gunny sack and made a mess
Yeah,
of it.
not only is it a bad answer, it has no relation to the question. All right, that's enough.
You can get poison
You don't
from
need that roughage.
I just ate my pizza. That's all right.
All right. What do you say, Deborah Lee?
Unfortunately, not the right answer. I
You
said
have-
horseshoes.
Horseshoes. You took the pizza and used them as horseshoes.
That was a two boo-boo. That was two boos.
Guess we'll have to crack
All
Deborah
right.
Lee up the side of
We
the
go
head.
now 4-2 the score. Two good players here, fairly evenly matched. You're ahead. Earl, you go first.
I'll pick A, please.
A it is. 2 people play. The 2 on the end here.
Yeah.
Null and void.
Last Trans
Yes.
Saloon. Okay.
Who does a good Godfather imitation here? Anyone?
This is a very
You can do.
talented-
Can you
No,
do?
I can do the grandson.
Can you do Godfather?
No, I can't.
You can.
I don't.
Well, then I'll have to do it.
Okay.
Oh, God help us.
Wait, you want some
Johnny
cotton
Olsen
for your cheeks?
and or Ira Scutch or
Yeah.
Kay Henley or
Yeah.
somebody.
Throw me some
Don't jump
Kleenex.
into it that fast. Maybe one of the ushers can do it. Maybe Roger knows it, or Marcia.
Where we're at, let's put a few.
All
Go
this
ahead, go
is
ahead.
a cheap
Just stop,
imitation
let him
of
go.
Marlon
Doing his
Brando
own,
at his worst.
Now I'm going to get
This
tissue
better
paper.
work.
Marlon.
I don't think you're gonna work out as a hitman. When I told you to rub out Louis out, I didn't mean you should use a blank.
Thank you, Roger.
Very talented.
No, thank you, my dear. That's kind of you to
I know. Many.
Here we go. Godfather said, Dumb Donald, I don't think you're going to work out as a hitman. When I told you to rub Louis out, I didn't mean you should use a blank.
An eraser.
Okay. You got it? Eraser is what he said.
Yeah, I got so carried away with that great imitation. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And thank this lovely lady. Erasers, I got it.
That's one. You can buy. What do you got?
Can I kiss him if I got it right? No, eraser.
That's 6 for him.
Hey, ho!
I'll kiss him if you don't mind.
Now, the best you can do, Maurice, is tie, but it can happen. Let's see if it does. Ready?
Okay.
Dumb Dora said,
Yes.
I found the perfect way to keep my baby dry. Whenever he gets wet, I put him in the blank.
Boy, it's so easy when you think about it.
All right. Maurice. Dumb Dora said, I found the perfect way to keep my baby dry. Whenever he gets wet, I put him in the blank.
It's so perfectly obvious. Dryer?
I suppose there are other things, too. What did you say?
Before I give my answer, I want to disavow myself from Brett Summers' answer. I have nothing to do with her answer. I just want you to know that. I said dryer.
All right. 2 score. What did you say?
Well, you know, I've had a hard week with what thinking Adam had stayed out all night and everything, and he hadn't. It was that he'd made his bed, and we didn't know what. So I didn't say dryer.
I have nothing to do with this.
You put him in the oven.
Terrible. All right, that means Earl Jones wins again. What the rest of that? Dryer. Come on down, Earl. Right there, good job. Now, we have some prizes for Maurice. We're going to send her a black eye and a cake or so. Thank you very much for being here with us. Now we'll spin her off here and spin this message for you. Now we're ready for Earl Jones here. Have a go at the big money. Earl, you could win over $20,000 here. Good luck to you, sir. Let's begin. We polled the studio audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank turkeys. 500 for matching the most popular answer, 250 for the second most popular, and 100 for the third. Now, whom would you like to call on for a little assistance?
Well, I've got to call on Deborah Lee for assistance.
Sure do.
She likes you.
The only thing I could think of is Thanksgiving turkeys.
Thanksgiving turkeys is her.
Let's try Bill next.
Oh, thank you. How about cold turkey?
Cold turkey. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And how about Charles?
Turkey.
Christmas, dear. Christmas.
Turkey.
Christmas.
I'm not.
Telling you, all right, you'll find
Indian
out.
women do not celebrate Christmas.
Oh, right.
But they were at the first Thanksgiving, Charles. The Indians were there.
Wow.
In Plymouth, Massachusetts.
In honor of the great shortstop of the Minnesota Eagles. Tom Turkey.
Tom Turkey. All right, so you have Tom Turkey, cold turkey, and Thanksgiving turkey. Do you want one of those, or do you want give us one of your own?
I think I'll go with Thanksgiving.
Oh, good.
Sure.
These turkeys. Even if it's not up there, I can kiss him.
All right.
You're
Charles?
wrong.
I just came down for the what team did I say was on?
The Minnesota Twins.
No,
The Minnesota All-Stars?
Eagles, the Eagles.
No, the Kenora Eagles.
No,
No.
what did I say, Eagles? Can you rerun the tape? Huh?
No,
Minnesota Eagles.
Minnesota Eagles.
All right. You're gonna be there when it happens. All right. All right, thank you very much. All right. We're looking for Thanksgiving turkeys. May we see the $100 response, please? Wild turkeys.
Wild
Oh, there's a
turkeys.
good one. Yes, the wild team is a Minnesota. Now let's take a look at the next one, please. Tom turkeys. All right, that's one that Charles himself gave you that one. Thank you very much, Charles.
And on behalf of his lovely wife, Daphne Turkey, hi, baby.
All right, here we go. Last chance for Thanksgiving turkey. Go. All right, you got it.
Look at that.
That's right.
Hey.
That's it.
Oh my God, oh my God.
I'd just like to say that the reason why Tom Turkey only played professional ball for 2 years, Gene, was just that sort of a thing. It killed him.
That's right. Well, if you get too much of that, you can't play football or baseball or anything else. All right. You got $500. Means the least you'll play is for 10 times that amount or $5,000. But one more audience match reads a bloody blank. All right.
Let's try Brett this time.
Oh, you think.
What that whole thing was about with Miss Trash. A bloody shame.
A bloody shame? Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right.
I've got to go with Deborah Lee next.
Sure.
She's got the same answer I do.
A Bloody Mary.
Yes, of course.
Bloody Mary.
That's my kind of lady. How about Dolly?
A bloody nose.
A bloody nose.
Which I would get if I fooled around with you.
Right.
From me.
Bloody nose.
So you got a bloody nose, a bloody Mary, and a bloody shame. Which one of those do you want, if any?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. All right, here we go with the $100 response. A bloody nose. There's Dolly's answer. Let's take a look at the next one, please. A bloody mess. There's Brett's.
Here it comes.
And the last one says a bloody Mary. All right, go ahead. Now, another 500 means another 5,000 added to the previous sum gives you a pot of $10,000 to shoot for, but you're going to spin the wheel and see if you can double it up to $20,000. Good luck to you. Grab that peg and give it a spin.
Didn't go all the way around, did it?
Okay.
Oh, show.
All right, it barely made one complete revolution, but it did indeed. Stand on the blue dot there, and you're playing with Dolly Martin for $10,000. Now, that ain't bad, pal. Face me. That's it. Here we go. Good luck to you. Turn your blank. There it is. Turn your blank.
Yes, darling. Yeah.
All right. Your job is to match Dolly Martin. If you do, you get $10,000. What do you say to that?
Turn your head.
Turn your head. All right, Dolly.
I don't get to kiss you. I'm so very sorry.
Why?
Turn your back.
Turn your back. Well, those are the two. Turn your head and turn your back were really both really good responses. One had one, the other one had the other. Well, listen, you've got a total of $1,000, Earl Jones. That's not bad. Congratulations to you. Now this for you. Gene Rayburn here. Thank you, one and all. You were splendid as usual. Hope you'll join us next week for Match Game PM. Goodbye.
Some contestants will receive a Pilot Audio Tower System AM/FM stereo tuner, amplifier, 8-track tape, cassette player, recorder, speaker, and rack. Pilot, a division of Morse Electro-Products Corporation. When you want to brighten someone's day, Tootsie's got a lot of ways. Give your Tootsie a Tootsie. Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops, Tootsie Pop Drops, and Tootsie Mason Mints. Trust Listerine. Listerine is strong to give you clean breath that lasts hours. Listerine antiseptic kills germs that can cause bad breath. STP's new Son of a Gun with Sunscreen, the only vinyl protector with exclusive sunscreen formula. Shines brighter, protects longer, and leaves a fresh scent. Certs, the breath mint that gives you the confidence of knowing your breath is clean. Certs, available in snappy cinnamon flavor. Viraxo waterless or powdered hand cleaners takes on the dirtiest hands, tough but gentle. Viraxo cleans all hands in the family. And the Polycell system from Turtle Wax, space age protection for your car's finish. 3 layers deep, 24 months long. Polycell system by Turtle Wax. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game PM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.